Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. This is Horror Studio 1 with the Valentine's Day special stream. So today, we're not going to be so much talking about ghost stories as we are going to be talking about love stories. So if you have any of that kind, please feel free to contact Mr. Shadowwalker with your email, and you can come in here and tell us the stories, and that'd be awesome. It can be any love story, a crush, a lover that died, anything of the kind. If you have someone, a special someone you want to actually use this opportunity to tell, whether it be a wife, a girlfriend, or someone you have a crush on and they don't really know yet, you can use our Hangout and we will do that for you. So basically just come on in, say what you want to say, and send them the link. We'd be happy to do that for ya. So yeah, if you guys have any stories, please, if you're in the chat, start contacting my co-host, Mr. Shadowwalker. So before we start the stream today, and before you guys come in and tell stories, I'm going to share my own story, and it's a love story. I know we're a horror channel. We're supposed to be talking about, creepy shit, but what the hell, man? It's Valentine's Day. Let's talk about love. Let's talk a little bit about that. And yeah, I'm going to go share my story with you guys. I don't know if you guys have heard it before, but it is the first time I'm officially talking about it on stream. So basically, I have a girlfriend. Had a girlfriend for a while. Basically, I met this girlfriend in Japan. I was doing a working holiday thing, basically, and it's kind of like a program where you go abroad, go to a different country where you could work and stuff like that. And I basically went to Japan, and I was working and stuff. I was there teaching English, but I couldn't find a job for the longest time. I couldn't get employed because I didn't know Japanese. I'm not Japanese. I'm Chinese, so I don't know friggin' Japanese at all. And I was there for the longest time. I was there for 2 weeks, and I lived in a hotel room every single night, which means that the expenses were crazy, crazy expensive. So I couldn't pay anything, and I was running out of cash, and I was broke. And I went to this thing called couch surfing, where they allow you to sleep on people's couches. And my girlfriend at the time, she was a host. And of course, I was going to be the guest, really. I had nothing to offer. I was just a stupid kid. I was 20 years old, I think, or 21 at the time. And then I went there, and I went on the site and I looked for people. And she was really nice. She actually used it to make friends as a social app or whatever. But we kind of met, and then we kind of connected through that, and then eventually we fell in love. And that's a story of my girlfriend in Japan, and we've been together, yeah, for quite a while. We do long distance, so we've been apart for a very long time as well. But it gives us both space and time to do our own thing. So yeah, that's my current romantic story, I guess, if you will. So if you guys have anything similar, just come and tell us. And if it's sweet, if it's dramatic, if it's heartbreaking, we would really love to know. I feel like one of those late night, DJs now, talking about forcing you guys to tell me your love stories. So if you guys have any stories like that, please contact Mr. Shadowwalker as soon as possible so we can reserve a spot for you, and you can come in here and tell that awesome story you got. So without further ado, we also have a bunch of other people in here. We got Mr. Shadowwalker. We've also got Eden. Yeah.
Oh, were you talking to me?
Yeah, man, I said you're
in
sorry.
As well,
bro. Go check out his channel. He's got a great channel, man. And we also have Eden in here as well. So
Hi, guys.
She's worked with people like Corpse Husband, Lazy Masquerade, Horror Studio 1. Bunch of people. And yeah, go check her out. Her channel, and Ghoulish Gal, is our third party member in here, and she's a real medium, so she's got the most accurate ghost stories, and go check her out as well. So do any one of you guys have a love story you want to share yet, or
I mean, I can tell one. I mean, well, there are people in there saying that they want to hear a story about somebody who had died, and I have one that's actually happened to me.
Really? Like a lover that's deceased?
Yeah, he's dead.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Do you want to save it, or?
No, I want to hear it. I'm just saying, I've never, this is not me pretending to act surprised. I'm legitly what?
Yeah, he's dead. He's been dead for about
I'll mute my mic, man.
about 9 years now. Um, yeah, that's about right. Well, no, it's been about 11 years actually. Yeah, this happened when I was 17, and well, I was 16 going on 17, and I was in a really bad place at the time. I was in high school, transitioning between my sophomore and junior year of high school. And I met my boyfriend at the time when I went to go visit my uncle who lives in San Antonio, Texas. And he lived about a couple of blocks away from my uncle's house. I met him when I went to go visit my uncle in the summer. And he, his name was Blake. And Blake Rodriguez. There's a lot of, well, at the time, and specifically in that area, the Hispanic population was pretty high. He was really smart and really funny, really down to earth. He was just a very down to earth person, and even though his family grew up in a rough kind of neighborhood, his dad actually caught a break. He gained a successful business and was able to move out of the projects, which is where he originally had grown up. And they lived in the really nice suburban neighborhood where my uncle lived, and that's how I met him. He was 2 years older than me. He had just graduated from high school and going into his first year of community college, so he could stay close to home and take care of his younger sister and stuff. He's a good kid. And I met him, and at the time, I was a loudmouth, rude, unstable little piece of shit. Like, I really was. I hated everything. I was going through a lot of shit at the time. For those of you who don't know, I'm half African American, or half black, or rather a fourth black, a fourth French Creole, and half Korean. And I live in the South. So for those of you who understand what that means, I had a lot of racial backlash bullshit I had to deal with growing up here. People would be mean to me and be unkind to me simply because of something that I had no control over. So I grew up very angry around that time, very cynical, and I became jaded at an early age. There were some things that I still held innocent to and still held hope onto, but as far as people go, my philosophy was that everybody fucking sucks, and unless you prove otherwise, then I won't be disappointed because I already think you fucking suck. So if you meet those standards of suckiness, awesome. That was my expectation anyway. If you rise above that, then that's something to look forward to, and then at that point, you are worth my time. Blake called me out for the loudmouth, unstable bitch that I was. And that intrigued me because
guys, that's how it works. Okay, I'm telling you guys.
Yeah, he got it. He did not hold back. He was just like, you are a foul-mouthed bitch.
Blake knows what's up.
Yeah, he's like, you're a bitch. You clearly have anger issues. You are mad at yourself more than you are at everybody else. And the reason you're mad at yourself is because you literally, no matter how hard you fight, you can't fight back. Like, because somebody out there is still going to have something negative and ugly to say to you because of how you are and the way that you look. And you look fucking beautiful, so I don't know why you're getting so uptight about it. And then I was like, well, goddamn.
Because of because of the ending of that, right? Well, you're beautiful. I mean, I don't know why,
Yeah, well, it's true. Like, I acted so ugly, and he's like, I don't understand why you're so ugly. You're so pretty. Your personality doesn't go with this. And he was right. Like, me being that horrible, cold person, that wasn't who I was. The person that I am now is who I am. Like, this is who I am. This is the real me. And the person that I was portraying back then wasn't. And he called me out on my shit. It was basically the armor that I wore when I went out. It was how I protected myself. I spent the entire summer at my uncle's, and we got really, really close, and he quickly became one of my really good friends. There was clearly an attraction between the two of us, but we didn't act upon it because, I wasn't staying there, and I didn't want to subject myself to a long-distance relationship. And with him going into community college, I knew that there was a chance that he would meet other people, and I didn't want to tether myself to him like that, and he, did the same thing for me. Well, a few months later, after the summer was over, I went back to go visit for Thanksgiving, and My family, like the whole family went. Me and my mom, my dad, we all went to go see my uncle. We had Thanksgiving over there. So I had a whole week over there, and Blake pretty much said, yeah, I've had a few months in college. They're pretty girls, yeah, but I'm just not really interested in them. And, and so he's like, so what about us being a thing? And so I was like, all right, well, if that's what you want, then all right, let's do this.
Hey, if that's what you want, then
So, well, we tried. We got together.
Well, you were gonna say something. You were gonna say something else.
Well, we were trying to have a conversation about it, and I was trying to come up with reasons why this wasn't going to be a good idea, and he just basically said that I was, yeah, and he was being stupid, and he was just like, you're being stupid, stop being ridiculous. And so we ended up getting together, and then I went back to go visit my uncle for Christmas, and then I had to come back, though, for New Year's because of the whole Korean tradition thing, and where I do my bowings and stuff like that. I mean, we get money. You know how that goes, Haley. Oh, you don't get money on New Year's? Do you not?
I do get money on New Year's.
Okay, yeah,
not as much as you guys, but I still get $1 or $2.
Yeah. So so we were dating for about almost about 8 months. I finished out my sophomore year, and it was the summer before my junior year of school, my junior year of high school.
So grade 10.
Yeah, so basically I went from going into grade 11, and so I went back to my uncle's to spend the summer there, and I noticed some things had changed. I was going through some things at home and with school and with my own personal life that ended up making me be angry again. I thought that I was going to be okay, but I got angry again, and I put that battle. And so I went back to Texas, and we got together, and I noticed that Blake had changed. And at first, I thought that he was, being unfaithful, cheating on me or whatever, but all of his friends had already vouched for him. Even his own mom was just like, I'm not speaking for my son or whatever. Like he really he's been home, he's been talking to you, and then he goes to school, whatever. Well, I didn't know that we got into this huge fight about a month into me staying at my uncle's, and I pretty much told my parents that I wanted to go back because it was one night we were laying out looking at the stars, just kind of chatting or whatever, and he's like, Eden, the thing is I really love you, I really care about you, but I still feel like something's missing. I feel like something's empty, something's just not right. And at the time, me being angry and cynical, I told him, I said, well, you need to stop being so stuck in your feelings and, just man the fuck up. Seriously. I don't understand what more you want from me. Why am I not enough? And of course I took it that way because I was a child and I didn't understand what was really happening. So I left a month early to go back home. And about a couple of weeks later, I felt really shitty that I had just left and didn't even tell Blake bye. So I called his house. And his mom answers the phone, and she sounded a little bit choked up. And I was like, oh, hey, Mrs. Rodriguez, it's me. Can I talk to Blake? I know he doesn't have to work this weekend. And we kind of got into a fight, so is it, cool if I can talk to him? Well, there was, this 3 or 4 seconds of silence, and then she just bursts into tears. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Now, his mom is super overprotective of her children. If her daughter, I remember one time her daughter got a paper cut and she started crying. It was just she was just that over dramatic. So I thought, oh shit, she's crying like this. Blake probably tripped and fell down the stairs. I didn't think anything about it. Well, you hear the phone kind of drop, and then I hear shuffling of feet, and then the phone picks up again, and it's his dad. And I was like, hey, Mr. Rodriguez, what's up? Did Blake, break his arm or something? What's the deal? I don't understand. And he was just like, Eden, Blake died 4 days ago. We just got back from his funeral. And I I couldn't even say anything for a second. I was like, you know, because I mean it's Texas, so the first thing I thought was he had gotten shot or he got killed or murdered or something like that. I was like, what? Or he got into a car accident. I was like, what are you talking about? Like how he? I was like, is this a joke? Because this is really not funny. And he was like, no, Eden, like he's dead, he's gone. And I was like, well, what happened? And they said that he had slit his wrists in the kitchen and bled out on the kitchen floor when they were out grocery shopping. Uh, he turns out that he was suffering from depression, and I didn't know, and neither did the rest of his family. It was something that he had kept really close to himself because his dad was very strict on the, you know, you need to be a man, don't be emotional, that kind of thing. So when Blake was going through that trauma by himself, he was suffering internally. He, you know, he didn't know what to do, so and he couldn't take it anymore, and he just offed himself, and I couldn't believe it, you know, and I felt like I was partially to blame. Later on in life, I came to terms with the fact that that was not a guilt that I had no right to have that guilt on me.
Mm.
That was not only was that not my place, but that was not my right. That was not. I did not have the right to feel guilty for what had happened to him because not only did not know, but there was nothing I could have done for him even had I known. So it finally hit me a week later. I lost my shit. I couldn't believe it. My mom, she told me, and she knew why I lost it. She knew that I needed to go and get some closure. So she sent me to go to my uncle's. My uncle flew me out there, and I went to Blake's grave early that morning. I just stared at his tombstone all day, just waiting for him to like pop out behind the tree, you know, and be like, "Just kidding, I was just fucking with you," because he like used to crack jokes like that all the time. Like he, you know, like I'd come around the corner and he'd be like laying out on the sidewalk, looking like he's unconscious, and I'd run over there and be like, "What the fuck happened?" And he, you know, he wouldn't respond to me. And then after a few seconds of me about to lose my shit, he would wake up and be like, "Oh, I was just kidding, don't be mad," and I would punch the shit out of him because that was fucking terrifying, you know. And
Wow.
But and so pretty much from when the sun finally set is when it really hit home that he was gone and that he wasn't coming back.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good. And that, like, I agonized over it for days. I was just like, what is it that I could have done? What was there that I could have done to fix this? Like, is it my fault? Is what I said maybe what tipped him over the edge? I mean, how long had he been dealing with this? Because, you know, I noticed the change, you know, even before I came out there for the summer. Like, I could hear the tone in his voice, something was wrong, and I never pointed it out. But being a selfish teenager, you know, who expects someone like that, especially me dealing with my own personal problems in my own community, like who expected me to be able to pick up on that, you know? And so I had to I had to come to grips real fast with that, and I didn't think it was fair. I didn't think it was fair because, like I said, he was smart, he was funny, he was, you know, really down to earth. Like he literally would give the shirt off of his back to somebody else. Like who would even think that somebody like that would just die?
Yeah.
And so whenever I live through, like, I mean, life gets hard for a lot of people and you go through a lot of shit, but I always felt like it was my personal, I guess, journey to continue going through the things that I was going through and suffering through the things that I did and experiencing the things that I did because he was not here to be able to. It's like I was trying to vicariously let him experience his life through my own experiences. just to not only that, but I was able to make peace with it a year later.
So after, I mean, have you ever thought to talk to him or anything like that? Like to find him? Because you know people, because we know people that can, talk to spirits or anything like that. Have you ever maybe thought about one day doing that?
I don't.
Or have you moved on completely and you feel that that's like a part of your memory, it's part of your youth?
I feel like it's not one of those like summer fling type things. I
Mhm.
feel like it's one of those things where it was an experience that I was meant to have, and wherever he is, I just know that I'm pretty sure he probably did the best that I'm positive that he did what he thought was the best choice for him. I don't know what kind of demons he was suffering
Mhm.
through, but I would rather not
Go
make him, yeah, I would rather not make him or even demand of him
there.
to explain to me why he did what he did. I feel like he had his reasons, and I'm going to trust that his reasons were, you know, what he thought was the best course of action for himself.
Well, that's that's a great start to that stream. That sets the bar, guys. That sets the bar. So thank you, Eden.
No
I wasn't.
problem.
We really didn't rehearse this. I had no idea, and whoa, boom, like an explosion. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
out of
it's
nowhere. It's quite.
yeah, it gets easier the more I talk about it. 10 years ago, you wouldn't have like you been able to get a vice open in my mouth to
Which
talk
is,
about this.
yeah, the way you're talking about it now is, yeah. I mean, for such a depressing story, you don't seem too affected by it right now. So.
Yeah, it's because I made peace with it a long time ago, and I know that, I can't let it I can't let it dictate my life. I can't let it set the standard for how I need to live my life. I know that if I have problems like that, I need to be able to reach out. And I learned that while I think that he might have done the best thing that he could, I feel like he could have done more, which was reach out to
Hmm.
people and
Yeah.
talk to them instead of internalizing. And that's where the lesson comes in. I feel like that's a lesson I needed to learn, which was when I'm suffering like that, I don't need to suffer in silence.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're here now.
Yeah.
You
So
lived through all that, and okay. Well, so if you guys have any love stories, happy, sad, exciting, heartbreaking, uh, like the one we just heard, I guess, you can contact Mr. Shadow Walker to get in here, man. Anyways, we have one of my friends, Skylar, who's also here. Hey, buddy.
Hey,
Hey,
what's up,
bro.
Billy?
Yo, what's up, man? Hey, we were gonna do the interview tonight, but we're actually sharing love stories. So if you do you have one you can share or anything like that, bro? Sorry for putting you on the spot, kind of. If you don't,
Uh,
that's fine. We got a bunch of people here.
I'll think of one.
All right, so
Just
you think of one for now, and you'll come back in a bit. We have some other peeps here as well. Yo, Mr. Shadow Walker, man. Mr. Shadow Walker, how many people do we
yeah,
have?
sorry about that. I sent emails to two people, but
And we
they
have
don't seem.
we have one person in here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Shells. Shells.
And the normal silence.
The normal silence, of course. Hey, do you have a love story, buddy?
Sorry.
Oh, hey, how old are you and
Hey.
hey, how old are you and where are you from?
Well, I'm 42 and I'm originally from Southern California, but I'm living in Northern Ireland now.
Oh my gosh. You listen to our videos.
Every every chance I get, yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
You guys are awesome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, we're, but you do know that we're doing something special today. We're not telling ghost stories per se. We're gonna,
Right.
it's gonna mostly like love stories because it's Valentine's Day. Do you have a love story you want to share with everybody?
Uh, it it started out as a love story.
And then.
Well, I had met this guy in a club when I was like 18,
Wow, they had clubs
and
back then.
yeah, Club Metro.
Club Metro. And what was this? Was this the 90s or the 80s? The late 80s?
It was like 91, I think.
All right.
Yeah. It was around 91. So he was a bouncer there,
Oh, cool.
and I was hanging out with my girlfriends. We were dancing, and we'd been dancing for like 2 hours or something, and decided, we're gonna go sit down.
Hmm.
And so me and my girlfriends are just sitting there, and this guy is
Hmm.
totally drunk, comes up behind me, and starts asking me to dance with him.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, no, trying to be polite. I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna hang out with my girlfriends.
Uh-huh.
And the guy starts getting really pushy and rude, and I was trying to ignore him, but finally I just got really pissed off, and I told him, look, I don't want you near me, so, get the
Right.
fuck away from
Yeah,
me
yeah, get
now.
the fuck away from me, yeah.
And so I turned back around to face my friends, and the next thing I know, this guy grabs me by the hair
What the
and
hell?
starts, yeah, he grabbed me a handful of my hair in the
Yeah.
back of my head and started pulling me out to the dance floor that way.
What?
Yeah. And so this guy, the bouncer, comes over, pulls him off me, calls the police and, makes sure that I'm okay and all of this. And that's how I met him.
Wait, so he was the police or the bouncer?
He was the bouncer.
He was the guy pulling on your hair.
No, that was a drunk guy.
Okay, so he was one of the, oh, okay, so he was one of the bouncers that pushed off the drunk guy.
Yes.
I see,
Yes.
I see. Okay, I
And,
thought I
and
thought the relationship started with him pulling out your hair, and you're like, oh my God, I'm in love.
no.
Oh, okay. So he like pushed away that drunk guy, get off her, or whatever, and then the police showed up, and then you're like,
Exactly.
oh my God, he's so heroic.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. My hero,
Well, you were 18 at the time, so they'll give.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we started, dating. And we dated for like a year, the bouncer and I.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And then he asked me to marry him.
When
And
was this? When was this?
um,
The marriage part. I mean, how long were you guys together and dating for before he's like, please marry me
yeah, we were together for a year.
for 1 year? Okay. And you were like
Yeah.
19 at this time. How old was he?
I think he was 23 at the time.
23. Oh, that's amazing. That's a great age difference. Okay. And then what? He's like, oh, please marry me.
Yeah. And, I was like all, gaga over him because he treated me like a princess for like the whole year we were together. So I was
What
like,
what did he do that you know?
well, I mean, he used to like
Give me some
bring me
tips here, man. Give me,
flowers all the time
oh yeah, okay.
and, stuffed animals and just always, wanting to take me here, take me there, try to make, all the little things I had on my bucket list come true,
Oh,
that kind
okay.
of thing.
Yeah.
But then when we got married,
Mm-hmm.
the first Valentine's Day we spent together as a married couple,
Uh-huh.
he beat the shit out of me.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we.
Why?
Girl, I hope you rolling pin that motherfucker. I'm
Yo,
sorry.
my heart just dropped right now. I was like in heaven 2 seconds ago.
Right? No, oh my
I
God.
was, I
Although,
was, I had my notebook out. I was like taking notes.
Oh, gotcha.
What?
well, man, like, okay, first of all, I'm just gonna give some lessons to people. And for those who've seen Speed, there is something that Sandra Bullock says: do not ever make any romantic decisions in harrowing situations like that. Don't date your hero. Don't date your
Yeah,
rescuer. Don't do
I
that shit.
agree.
Don't do it. It's a lie. It's a lie.
Wait. So the first Valentine's Day,
No, but for real though, you did rolling pin him, right? I hope you did.
I'm guessing you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, girl.
Of course not.
Right.
Of course.
But
Wait, what? So he like physically pushed you or slapped?
well, what happened was once we got married,
Yeah.
he all of a sudden, I was like his property, and our marriage certificate was like his,
So the
certificate
so
of
so the
entitlement or something.
moment you sign the paper, he's like, "All right, all this time I wanted to do this," and he just hits you.
Yeah, he changed. He changed.
Wait,
After the honeymoon was over, he completely changed.
how long was the honeymoon?
Well, I mean, it was like 2 week honeymoon that we had, and then
Uh-huh.
after we got back from our honeymoon, that's when he changed.
Holy shit.
And he started getting really possessive and jealous, and
Mhm.
he told me I wasn't allowed to work because he didn't want me to meet anyone better than him.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you what else. I was babysitting my friend's son who was 8 years old, and
Mhm.
he had a crush on me. And he said to me one day when his mom came to pick him up, and my husband had just got home from work, he said, 10 more years. And I said, what happens in 10 more years? And he says, I'll be 18 and I can marry you.
Okay.
And then I thought, oh, well, that's so sweet, this little kid, you know. So I
Yeah.
gave him a hug, and she left with her son. And my husband said, I don't want that kid back in our house.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was jealous of an 8-year-old. I mean, it was pathetic. But on Valentine's Day, that first Valentine's Day as a married couple, he had taken me out, and we went to the beach, and we had a beautiful day, and we
Mhm.
were heading back home, stopped at a gas station, went in to pay for our gas and get some drinks, and as I was walking out the door, there was a man coming in, and he held the door open for me.
Mhm.
And so I just said, thank you. And he just nodded, and it was just a polite exchange between
Yeah.
strangers.
Yeah, yeah, it's like manners.
So here we are, we get back in the car, we're 5 minutes from home, we go
Right.
home, and the minute we walk in the door, he beats the shit out of me for flirting with that guy that held the door.
And this was the first time he uh beat you.
Yeah, it was bad too. So,
How bad? I mean, if you don't mind to share.
it was pretty bad.
Mhm.
I broke a couple of ribs and
Wow.
black eye, fat
Holy
lip.
shit.
It was bad. So, but
So what?
I want to hug you, like for
aw,
real. I want to
I
hug
want to
you,
hug you too.
cause that's some. I'm
Man.
telling you guys to come up out of that and still be able to talk about it. That
Yeah, yeah.
you want to talk about me being strong? No, this woman is strong. I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
I mean,
cause
Thank you.
I would not be the one. My ass would be in jail.
Well, I was young and dumb, and because he wouldn't allow me to work, I had no way to support myself.
mhm.
And I got stuck in that trap where he would beat the shit out of me and then give me flowers and tell me,
Mm,
down on one knee crying how sorry he was, and
mhm.
never happen again. But the reality of it was that it went on for 8 more years.
Right.
And what
So,
made me finally leave him was that one night he had punched me in the face while I was sleeping.
mm,
And during that 8 years, when he had beat me up several times, he took pictures of me battered and bruised and bloody and hung them on the walls in the hallway so that when I would walk, down the hall upstairs, I would have to look at what I made him do to me. That's what he said.
where were your parents and family members during all this? Were they in a different state or?
No, I actually wasn't in contact with my family because
Mm,
they were psychotic when I was growing up, and
mhm.
I just didn't want to be anywhere near them. I
Mhm.
actually ran away from home when I was 16 because my dad had put a loaded gun to my head, so it wasn't,
Okay.
it was sort of like, that's all I knew growing up, so that's what I married,
Yeah.
I think.
Wow.
So, but
So
what made, oh, go ahead, sorry.
no, I was just asking. So prior to knowing your then husband, you were living at a friend's house or at a relative's house.
I actually had my own apartment because I was working,
Ah,
but when I married him, he was like, you're not allowed to work.
right, 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 right.
So I
You
had
had no
given
one
up
to
everything.
and you had no one to go to during that 8 year period. So you were 19 to 27. This was
Yep.
happening. So after, I mean, during the process or after the first time he laid his hands on you, what was your thought? Like, did you? Because I heard a lot of women after they get hit for the first time, their thought is, oh, it was like a one time thing. He'll change. I'll change him or something like that. Was that? kind of what you were
Ye-
thinking? Feeling?
Yeah, well, he was so convincing about the crying when he was apologizing and, promising it'll never happen again and, please don't leave me.
Hmm.
And it sucks you in.
Right.
And, a lot of women, I've heard people say, "Oh, that woman's stupid for staying there," but when you don't have any money and you
Hmm.
don't have your family
Hmm.
and you feel trapped and all you can think about is, am I going to be on this, sleeping behind a dumpster tonight? You
Okay. Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
it's kind of like you choose it becomes like the lesser evil to stay.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
But you, yeah,
yeah.
and you still loved him during that time, but you probably didn't respect him, but you still, I mean, was it love still at that point, or just trying because you were thinking about a survival thing, like, man, if I leave tonight, I'm gonna have to sleep aside on the train tracks or something, at the train station
Well,
tonight, or
yeah. Um,
that was
for the first few years, yeah, I still believed, oh, we love each other, this will work out, it'll go away.
mm,
But it didn't. What made it start to lessen was I started to not care
mm-hmm,
about anything anymore. I got to a point where I said, I don't care about my hair. I don't care about putting on makeup. I
uh-huh.
don't care if I get fat. I don't care, if I wear baggy ass clothes and I just really didn't care and I started putting on weight. And the more weight that I put on, like the less attractive I was to other men. So
Hmm.
the beatings became less and less. So I actually like turned into this, 300-pound person over the
Because
course
you
of eight
didn't want to
years.
get beaten up.
Yeah,
Like most
basically.
most people share the story where they were fat as kids and they lose weight and they become, popular. But for you, it's like the fatter you get, the less beatings you're gonna get. That's
Right.
crazy.
Yeah, because he was like, well, nobody's going to be attracted to you now. I don't have to worry about it anymore.
What did he do during, like, what he was like a bouncer for the 8 years you guys were together?
No, then he started driving those big rigs.
Hmm.
So, but then this gets really scary because
This isn't scary enough.
no, it's not. See, it gets scary because he was downstairs with one of his friends from work, another driver, and I guess he thought I was asleep, but I had the door open and I could hear them down there talking.
Wow.
And I had just asked him for a divorce and told him I'm not living like this anymore.
Hmm.
And so he was down there talking to this guy, and they were planning to drive me out to the desert, blow my kneecaps off, break my hands and feet, and stab me several times and leave me there to die.
And the point of that would, why?
Because he didn't want me to divorce him and
So,
take any of the money or
mm,
any of the assets. And if he couldn't have me, nobody would.
mm.
So that was the night that I started making plans and, you
And
know,
that was the night that he punched you in your sleep, or was this before?
yeah,
That was the very
yeah,
that he punched. Okay, and then so you eventually told him, we're done, we're through, and you grabbed your stuff and you left.
yeah. And
Did you
I
see him?
actually did
Did you,
get in contact with some of my family to help me get out.
oh, that's, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. That's great. So after the divorce, did you ever see him again or have any kind of contact with this person?
He stalked me for 3 years,
Mm,
and I had a restraining order.
mm,
And I got a job,
mm-hmm.
and he was following me everywhere and found out where I worked. And then all of a sudden, these things started showing up in my parking space at work.
Right, right, right,
First, it was like dead roses and stuff like that,
right.
torn up stuffed animals or whatever. But then one day I came into work, and some of the guys at work were like, hey, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, why? And they said, well, there was something left in your parking space again today.
Hmm.
And I was like, okay, where is it? Let me see it. And I was expecting something stupid, some small little
Right.
thing. it was a giant cardboard box, like from a huge, flat screen TV.
Mm-hmm.
And he had written stuff all over it in like red ink.
Uh,
And it was really, really vile stuff about what he was going to do to me if he ever got me alone. Yeah. And so I ended up
you
having
married a
all,
psycho.
yeah.
Yes.
And then
No, she married a sociopath. That is a carbon, like, that is the very definition of a sociopath. Oh my God.
yeah. And then he started phoning me at work, and I finally got sick of that because he was violating the restraining order.
Mm-hmm.
And so I asked my boss if she could, come in the office, sit down, close the door, let me put him on speakerphone so she could witness the call.
Right.
And what he started saying to me was, you're a fucking bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you've put this restraining order on me, I can't even go buy a fucking gun. And I was like, what do you need a gun for? And he's like, you know what I need a gun for. And it just was very scary. And it went on until I actually moved to, like, out of Southern California.
How old were you when you had your final contact with this person?
Oh, God. About 30, 31.
Wow. So for 12 years you've known this person.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and even the day we went to the courthouse to file the divorce,
Mm-hmm.
I had not served him with the restraining order papers yet because I didn't want any of my friends to get hurt if
Mm-hmm.
he got pissed off and went after them.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did was I went to the courthouse and you sit out sorry,
No.
you sit outside in the little hallway on the benches and you wait for the courtroom to open. And then when the courtroom opens, everybody that has a case that day comes and sits in the courtroom. Well, before we even got to that point, I had stopped a marshal and asked her if she could serve the restraining order
Right.
because I hadn't done it. And so she did. She served it, made him sign for it. And then when he opened it up and read exactly what it was, by this time the marshal had already gone back into the courtroom. And so he started freaking out in the hallway, screaming at me, yelling at me, threatening me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so loud that the marshals, two of them came out with their guns drawn.
Wow.
And the people that were out there in the hallway waiting to get into the court as well, they were stepping in front of me, like there was five or six of them trying to keep him away from me because they thought he was going to really hurt me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so scared.
Mm-hmm.
And the marshals had to actually take me. They led me all through the San Bernardino courthouse, and they led me to like another floor, down a bunch of hallways, and into this little office.
Yeah.
And I had to sit in that office by myself until court was opened because they didn't want to leave me out there where he could get at me.
With him, kind of thing.
Yeah, it was very scary. And as soon as we walked in, I think the marshals had said something to the judge because the judge immediately ordered the marshals to, stand in between him and I.
Mm-hmm.
And then she immediately awarded me the restraining order and the divorce and everything all at once. So it was like a really happy day.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would have done it way sooner if I was you, but
Yeah. Well, hindsight's a wonderful thing.
So the last time you heard of this person, he's still just around town doing his job, driving trucks and stuff like that?
Yeah, I don't have any idea.
Don't even go back there.
Don't know, don't care.
Yeah, man, that's great. I mean, but did you meet someone afterwards? Are you married now?
Yeah.
Or... Yeah, you met
Yes.
somebody? That's great.
Yes, and I've lost 100 pounds.
That's good as well. That's good as well.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh,
That's my wonderful, love story.
thank you. Well, tonight, guys, I was hoping for something not always really depressing all the time, but thank you for your story, I guess.
I didn't really think that was depressing, though. I think that was a really good story. You were able to get out of that, and now you found happiness.
Well,
Had
and
a good ending. Do you have to have kids now or anything like that?
Yeah, 3 boys.
Oh, see,
Yeah.
awesome.
And
I'm hoping
I'll
you're
tell
teaching
you,
them that if they try to do something like that, they're gonna get a fucking rolling pin upside the head.
yeah, they know about the smackdown.
Lay their asses out.
Well, please
Yeah,
tell them to check us out and watch our videos.
Like,
definitely.
That's our demographic, the kids. Anyways, thank you so much for your story. It was really brave to come on here in front of everybody, on YouTube to tell your story and.
Well, thank you for having me, and I just hope that any women out there that are going through this same situation that I've been through, I hope that they don't stay in it as long as I
Mhm.
did, because you can get out at any time, and yeah, it's going to be scary and hard, but you can do it.
yeah, I know a few of my friends who they've been in similar situations, and it gets harder the longer you stay in it.
Exactly.
It gets harder. A lot of people are just like, oh, you've been in it for 5 years. How can you take it? Like, why haven't you left? And it's like, because I've been in it for 5 years,
Mhm.
and this is all I know. This is like I've invested this time,
And people
and
don't change. I'm pretty
yeah,
sure
and
people
and
don't.
pe- and they want to believe that they can change, and that whole like crying bit and I'm sorry and all that shit. That's such sociopathic behavior. Like that's
Yeah,
just them getting in the way. They're doing and saying what you want to hear to keep them around because they want you to continue feeding into their like fucking egocentric trip of I'm getting flared up here. It's
well,
like
to
But give
calm
me
you
a good
down,
time. Go for it.
I just wanted to tell you that that whole thing taught me that I'm worth a hell of a lot more than that.
hell yeah, you
And
are.
it also taught me what I wanted out of life and what I didn't want and what I would tolerate and what I wouldn't.
Hmm.
And so now I'm at the point where, I've been with my husband here for years, and he is so nice and gentle and, protective, but not, like, not creepy and, jealous and that kind of stuff. He's just like the most amazing man I've ever met, and I'm so glad that I got out and I'm not still stuck there, because
Yeah,
I might be dead.
absolutely.
I might be dead,
Absolutely.
you know.
Absolutely.
All right. Well,
So, all
thank you.
right. Sorry for bringing you down.
No, 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 no.
No, no, you lifted us up. Oh, I mean, I'm lifted up. I was down earlier, and
She's
now I'm
like
all like,
all pumped up now. Just
I'm ready to fight. I'm ready.
fighting, man. I'm telling you.
I'm
So
ready to
funny.
fight. I just can't stand that shit, Haley. Like, I can't stand it. I can't stand domestic violence of any kind. Like, I can't stand women beating on
No,
men.
that's horrible though. I mean, the moment you sign the papers, that should be your wife, and you should treat her like, gold or whatever. But the moment he signed the papers, he took you as like his property, and oh my God, that is just so horrible in my opinion. So he was planning it the whole time.
Sounded like it.
He's a fucking scumbag.
Oh my God. If you're listening to this, man, I look down on you as a man. And I'm only 23. God damn it. Anyways, thank you. Thank you for your story, Shell.
Thanks.
Thank you. Love you guys. Bye.
Bye-bye. Woo! I thought tonight was gonna be, like just teens coming in here saying they have a crush on their, friend.
Man, whatever. We're talking about love. This is
We're
some
talking
hard
about
shit.
crazy shit
We're
tonight.
talking about hard shit, man.
Matt, how many more do we have here, bro? Tell me. Matt, Mr. Shadow Walker, buddy. He's
Did he go
crying.
away?
He's crying or something. I don't know.
There's an Angela in here.
Yeah, there's
Angela.
Yeah, let's just go to Angela then. Hey.
Hi,
Hi.
How old are you and where are you from?
I'm 29 and I'm from Pennsylvania.
Oh, same age as Eden. Yo, what kind of story?
Man, you just gotta get out there, man. No, it's all good. 29 is a beautiful number.
Yeah, it is.
My story is kind of like Eden's,
Oh my. Really?
but to me, it's amazing. So I met this guy named Justin back in 2008, and we became super close friends. And right after we met, his grandma died, who he lived with pretty much his whole life. And
Mhm.
so I helped him get through that, and we then just became closer and closer. And we dated a little bit, but it wasn't really anything serious, but we did date.
Right.
And so we were super close. Like, he was my best friend.
Right.
I love this kid with everything.
You love this
Like,
kid, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Got it.
So he went to the army in 2013, and he went through basic training and he did all that stuff, and he finally got his first base location, which was in Alabama,
Mhm.
and he went there and he was there for a while. And then he wanted to surprise his mom for, I think, her birthday. So he
Mhm.
flew from Alabama to California, and I told him, be careful flying. Like, I was always freaking out about him flying. And he's
Right.
like, I'll be fine, I'll be fine. So he gets there, and he posts a video of him giving his mom flowers, and she hadn't seen him in a while, and it was an amazing trip. And he got a brand new car.
Sweet.
And he called me Friday, and he's like, hey, I'm getting ready to head out. I will text you when I get back to Alabama.
Mhm.
Like, I'll see you then. And I'm like, okay. And he was leaving Friday night, and I figured he would text me about Monday because, he was driving from California to Alabama by himself. So I didn't think nothing of it. Monday comes, I didn't think nothing of it. Tuesday comes, I'm sitting on the couch talking to a friend of mine
Right.
on the phone, and I'm also a medium, so of course I can
Oh.
see things.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, crazy,
and
crazy, crazy. Awesome. We can share some ghost stories after this, but keep going, keep going, keep going.
yeah. So I'm sitting on the couch talking to my friend, and I can feel the energy change, and I feel someone's in my house, and I had no idea who it was, and I had had like a rough day that day, and I was like,
Right.
whoever you are, like, I can't deal with you right now. Please come back at a different time.
Yeah.
And I seen what looked like Justin, like a shadow of him, go out my window. And I was like, okay, that's really weird, but I didn't think much of it. I was like, it'll be okay. It's probably someone who just looks like him. And I didn't think much of it. So later in that night, I went out to get a bottle of water, and I always have all the lights off in my house
Mhm.
because that's just who I am. And I turned my bathroom light on to go out the hallway, and something had me turn around, and I seen like what was a shadow covering the bathroom light, like
Right,
know
right.
how like someone would stand in front of a light. So I seen that, and again I thought nothing of it
Yeah,
because
yeah.
again I see all kinds of things.
Mhm, mhm.
So I came back in my room, and I went through that night, and I went through all day Tuesday, and then Tuesday night at 11 o'clock, a mutual friend of ours called and said, did you hear that Justin died? And I was like, what? You're kidding, right? Like, Justin didn't die. And he's like, yeah, he was in a horrible car wreck, and he died.
Wait,
Now,
wait, so, and sorry. So this Justin was your boyfriend at the time, or just somebody that you liked?
we weren't together, but we both, like, loved each other.
Like,
It was just, like, a long distance thing, so we really couldn't be, like, together,
and he died in a car crash, not a plane crash. It wasn't the plane.
Yeah. No, he was driving back from California, and a semi-truck went across the median and hit him head on, and
Mm,
both cars went into flames, and they were on fire for like 2 hours.
right.
Both him and the semi-truck driver both died.
Okay. Okay.
And it was the same day that Robin Williams died, so August 11th.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That was yeah, okay. So wow. So you're saying the person you saw that night in your bathroom was Justin?
It was him because I've talked to a medium friend of mine, and he's like mentioned both of those times
But
where I
this
see
is
him.
fairly recent. This was like a couple years ago. I mean, are you sad? I mean, you're saying like you're kind of happy, but I'm guessing it's
Well,
really sad to you at that point.
oh yeah, I cried for days. But the thing is I now have contact with him through myself as a medium, so it's not, even though he's not here, I still have him.
Oh, so you guys still have that contact. What does he say?
He talks to me all the time. Like, he sends me messages. He's always in my dreams. Like,
Aw, that's
yeah. And he helped me get through my uncle's death in 2012.
Mhm.
So, like, we both helped each other get through a death, and then, he's like one of my go-to people.
Oh, wow. I mean, that's awesome. I've never heard of a story like that. Thanks for sharing a ghost love story, I guess. So you're a medium, eh?
I
How
am.
how old were you when you first found out you had these kinds of powers?
Well, the funny thing is after my uncle died,
Uh-huh.
he started coming to me in dreams and was like, can't you see it? Like, it's right in front of you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So I went searching for a medium to try to tell me what he was talking about, and then come to find out that I'm a medium. So it was just like a couple years ago,
So
because he
what?
died in 2012.
So what criteria do you have to meet to be a medium?
Um, to me, I I don't really see them. Like, I see them in my head through like a picture, like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I get messages. I can sense them. Like, but before I knew what I was, I sensed my uncle
Mm-hmm.
behind me sitting on my bed, and I turned around to see if he was there. Like, it was that strong.
Right.
So, yeah.
Holy shit. So yeah, you actually kind of sound like Ghoulish Gal too. So she's a medium. You guys sound like your voices are like pretty much the same.
Thank you. But yeah, I want to thank you for having this, because it's kind of making me forget about things that happened this week. So I just want to thank you for that.
Oh, no problem.
Thanks
No
for
problem.
coming in.
Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Wow, Jesus.
Yeah.
Great. Yo, we should do more of these. This is the stories on here tonight have been just spectacular.
On point.
On point, man.
They are
Well,
on point. This is great.
so
I haven't been here, but I'm sure it was fantastic.
You can go back and listen.
How
Alright.
many people do you have right now? By the way,
There are a couple people saying that the link isn't working, Matt.
again?
Yeah, I'm sending them.
Okay, so
Alright.
we have Mike and we have Sky. So Skylar.
Skylar.
What's up?
Hey, bad. Did you ever? What are you doing?
He was just
Those are some
stretching.
powerful stories.
He was panthering it out.
Were you listening to the whole time?
I was.
How do you feel about that stuff, bad? Do we have stories like that? We have nothing like that going on. in our
No,
lives.
we have nothing like that.
But do you have a story to share? Like, you want to share a love story or anything like that?
I don't know, love really hasn't been a part of my life.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I've been a part of your life, though.
My love
Yeah.
story with Haley.
Haley and I spent we did a Valentine's celebration together.
Did we?
yesterday.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it was-
last night. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
last night.
yeah. That
We
was
went to a bachata event. It was pretty fun.
yeah. It was like a dancing thing that we went to. So yo, you filmed with me, man, on our documentary. How was that, by the way?
It was interesting. I've actually never been in front of the camera before, so I was pretty nervous.
Mhm.
But I think I just pretended like it wasn't there. It was so strange though, because I don't know if you guys know anything about it, but Haley basically messaged a bunch of random people on the internet. It was like, hey, we're doing this like documentary. Anyone want to join? And so we basically ended up as like tour guides. It was really strange. So
Well,
I was
yeah,
just, like a tour guide.
So was it
Hey,
like?
that's how you get
so what-
killed.
Yeah, that's like
God.
that's like the Craigslist of wanting to get murdered. What?
That's the equivalent of somebody on Craigslist being like, yeah, I need a young 16-year-old female to come into my basement and clean it. And they're like, yeah!
Yeah. I
Or
don't know.
like, oh my God, it's like this
And I-
one guy at my
And I
work.
took all you guys to like a dark part of the forest.
Yeah, we went out
Yeah.
to like the farmland in the middle of nowhere. It was pitch
Okay,
black.
never mind. That's not how you get killed. That's how you become the killer. I take it all back.
Yeah, good point.
We were saying on the way like this would make it for an amazing like short film.
Yeah, we actually were talking about that actually. So but we didn't see any ghosts during our filming, which was kind of disappointing. But what'd you think about the whole process?
I'm really interested to see the end product. So
Yeah, like,
I'll judge after that because, like I said, I was just kind of like focused on what was happening, not
Right,
really
right.
the film aspect of it.
right. And you were a great host, man. You were a great you took them around, you took care of them and shit. You know, when I was trying to lead them into dark places, you kind of took care of the girls and took care of everybody else and all that shit. Thank you for that. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no problem. And next time you need to be more frugal with your money, man. You can't just throw money at
Yeah,
everything.
see, guys, I'm telling you, when I film shit, I treat everybody to food, and because I feel like the fact that they're coming to support me is like I'm really touched by that. So I basically treat everybody to dinner, and then there was so many people though, there was
Yeah.
like 16,
There's like 8 of them. I'm like, Haley, what are you doing?
and then I was like, you know what, I'll treat all you guys to dinner, and then I was almost broke. I was like, oh damn it, I gotta spend more time on YouTube to get that money back and shit.
Yeah. Oh my god.
50 more videos to get that kind of revenue back. So Skylar, thank you, man. You can stay if you want, bro, and check it out.
Yeah, come hang out.
Come and hang out and whatever. So if you guys have any more love stories for tonight,
Ghoulish, how did you meet your hubby?
An anime club.
That is so
That's awesome.
cute. I cannot deal with life. Is he
Was he
your
talking
real
about
life?
how
Is
he
no,
kicked
shut
it
up.
on the
No,
mask?
no, shut. You, I was gonna say that shit.
um,
I was gonna say, is your husband he Don? Is that who that
Oh
is?
my god.
No.
I was,
Your
thank
husband's
God.
he Don. Does he
So.
cosplay as he Don?
I actually know
He
what
hates
looks like,
him.
which is
Him and Mike are gonna make We Hate You, Dog.
I was
I
gonna say
can't
his name,
stand
but-
Baruto. Baruto can
Oh
fucking.
my god.
Wait, so how did you meet this guy? Was he dressed up, or were you dressed up, or what was the deal?
Well, actually,
cosplay.
it's hilarious because he was my friend's friend at the time, and she was my
Uh-huh.
best friend.
Uh,
We were just sitting in an anime club, and it was like when it just started.
like
So
the
there was-
very yeah.
Yeah, like the very first meeting ever. And I think we were in 9th grade. And I remember I was just sitting there talking to her, and I looked over, and there's like these 3 weird guys doing like really weird things, like reenacting like Dragon Ball Z and stuff. And I looked
Right.
over, and he was doing like the Great Saiyaman thing.
It's the worst character. Why? And all the
Oh
characters.
my god.
Why? Like, you know what I mean? You could have been Gohan. You could have been Vegeta. Been
Well, he is Gohan, but
yeah, I know, but why that Gohan, motherfucker?
I think because it just came out in America around that time.
I remember when the Great Saiyaman first came out in America, I was embarrassed. Like I was physically like embarrassed. Like I was like this.
Great Saiyaman.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Alright, so he was like the Great Saiyaman, and then you're like,
Man, imagine how I felt. Like I grew up like with Gohan and everything, and watching
my
him
favorite
grow into a
character.
character. Yeah, and then he goes from being the one who kicks Cell's ass, this
And now he's
badass,
just- yeah.
and then he just turns into that, and I was like, this is so much disappointment. I
Did
can't.
you
even
see
do
him in
that.
GT though?
That does not exist.
Yeah,
No,
GT,
that-
GT's not
That is
canon.
not canon. It's not
Nope.
real.
My heart was broken after that.
You know what's canon? He Don dying.
No, shut up.
He's not dead, he's in a hole.
Oh, Jesus Lord. Look, you
Stay in that fucking
Baruto fanboy. No, nope.
Wait, so he was like, all right, the great, and then you're like,
I-
oh, that's cool. You thought he was like lame at first, though, right?
He's still lame, but I mean,
I've
So
seen
where's the
pictures of
attraction part to come in? I've heard his new burrito.
Bring your husband in there. He'll be like, "What'd you say about me?"
probably like right
I'm
behind.
surprised he's not in here yet
Oh,
to
that
yell
was
at me.
funny.
But yeah, I saw him doing it over in the corner, and I was like up in the front, kinda. And I looked back, and I was like, Dragon Ball Z, and he was like, yeah. And then we started talking, and it just
He
kind
should've
of
done
went
the
from there.
fusion dance. I would have had a little bit more respect for him then.
The fusion dance, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
But the funny thing is,
I'd rather have had Goku and Gohan Patara fusion. Or
Oh my
Goku and Vegeta,
God.
Real talk.
but it was funny because because of that, later on, he called me like the Great Saiyawoman, because eventually,
Oh my
eventually
god.
Fidel does it in the series.
So mean.
But then
Oh
like
my grade.
we dated
man.
all of high school,
Mm-mm.
and he actually proposed to me with a ring pop in 11th grade.
A ring pop.
Yeah.
Oh,
11th grade.
I can't handle
Are you? The cringe is so real.
I can't.
Like,
my heart. I'm about
I
to have
just
a heart
watched the
attack.
Deadpool movie today.
So did I.
Don't spoil it.
No spoilers.
Don't
I'll
spoil it. No
kill you.
spoilers.
Yeah.
I will
That
tell
was
you that.
actually we actually
it
went
was
for
good.
Valentine's Day to see it today. But yeah.
Definitely go watch it with your parents. Definitely.
Yay.
A ring pop. That's so classic.
Yeah, it was cute. And then
You know what would have been better with the like if it was a ring pop inside of those like those Wonder Balls. You remember the Wonder Balls?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
That's so good.
after you guys dated till you were grade 11, when did you guys get married, by the way? How
Uh,
long?
2013 we got married.
So 3 years ago. Wow, Jesus
Mhm.
Christ. And then you guys had your child after that.
No, we had him before. We did it a little backwards.
Oh, I
We
see.
had him in 2012.
I see. I see. I see. And are you happy?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. Does he still
Oh,
dress
don't
up?
even don't even play. I've seen pictures of your son. You know you love him.
Yeah, I've seen. You have a lot of pictures of your son, by the way.
Yeah.
No,
He-
I mean, most
he-
parents are like that. Most parents are like that. My
No,
sister.
but
million
she
videos.
said, yeah, she says that he's gonna be able to get away with murder though, because like he makes the face where he's like, I'm cute and I know I'm cute and I can get away with everything.
Yeah, and he does.
I'm like, man,
All
he's
right.
really cute though. He's super cute. That's really funny that you met your husband in anime club. That's like
Yeah.
that's the equivalent to like being proposed to at a convention when you're both cosplaying as like characters on stage.
When was the last time that you pretended to be the Great Saiyaman?
I don't know. Honestly,
Last week.
probably not long ago, because
Yeah?
we have like it.
Really?
We're weird people. Yeah.
Was it during anything or?
No.
I was gonna
Why
say,
you gotta go there,
Did
did he
Mike?
transform? Did he transform?
Because I basically read Haley's mind. I was gonna say before he did.
Why you gotta go there? Why? What? Stop it.
Did he transform? If you know what I mean.
Oh my
I'm pretty sure he
god.
Jen! And then, you know what I mean.
And then
Anyways,
just
yo,
something just came up all of a sudden.
but serious question though. How does he feel about your psychic abilities and your like ghost seeing stuff? Like,
I don't know. I don't think he minds. He just walked in. You can ask him.
oh shit, is he here?
Yeah, he's right here. You want to
Can we
ask
ask him
him?
how much he hates Hadon?
Yeah,
Don't.
if he wants to come on, yo, why not? We want to talk to him and stuff. That'd be
Okay.
first time we had like a couple on the stream. This is kind of.
Well, they want to ask you a question.
What?
Oh, here, say hello.
Hey, man.
Oh, hello.
Hey,
Hello.
man. This is Horror Studio 1. I don't know if you know about me. I talk to your wife all the time.
Yeah, I hear plenty.
Yeah, thanks, man. I've seen you guys on Facebook and stuff, dude. So she's been telling stories about how you guys first met.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, at the Comic-Con thing.
No, at Anime Club.
Anime
Get it
Club.
right,
I'm
Jesus.
sorry. I don't go to these things, man. So how do you feel about your Ghoulish being a big YouTuber and doing YouTube videos and all that stuff now?
I mean, she does what she wants. Whatever makes her happy, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you have thoughts about like starting a channel or anything like that? So what were your
For me,
Yeah, yourself.
the only thing I do would be gaming, which we tried that, and it didn't last very long. So,
Yeah, probably not. Saturated market you got there, man.
absolutely.
So what were your first thoughts when you saw Ghoulish, to be honest? So she saw you and she was like, oh my god, this guy's nerdy, he's weird, he's with a bunch of guys, why is he the Great Saiyaman? He could be like, that'd be pretty hot, but then, you know, what was your first thoughts when you saw, where you're like, oh my god, that's some nice.
Why? you
That's
gotta
my
go there,
Vidal,
man?
that's my Vidal right there.
Why you
Like
gotta go
that,
there?
bro? Or what?
It's what he does.
No, like back then, she was like this weird, like dark, strange girl. I don't even know what happened.
Oh, man. And then now she's not, she's just strange.
I broke her, yes.
I'm also under the impression that you also hate Hadon, like myself.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Who is that? I
Yes. Like, can you tell me what you would do to him if he was right in front of your face?
Oh my god.
You would go great.
Suck his dick.
I would.
You would go Super Saiyan on that, okay. Why is this turned into a Dragon Ball Z stream? What's going on today? All right,
You
well,
and I could be like best friends because of how much you know we hate Hadon. Just
I know, I'm aware.
Dragon.
Oh my
All right,
god.
well,
The original theme song was always the best.
all right, so thank you, bro.
You mean Shalahead?
Do you have any more people, by the way, guys, or is this like?
I got 2 people, but the links are broken.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Really? That's so
Really?
weird.
This is like what I was. Oh my god. So we got Mike here and we have Terror. Well, how the hell did you get in here, Terror?
It's Turtle.
Hey, Turtle.
Yeah. I was out to dinner when I got your email.
Oh, did I send you the link?
Oh no, Scott.
Yeah,
Sean
I
Walter
did.
did.
Oh, okay. So do you have a story or anything like that, or what?
Not really.
No, just wanted to hang out.
Yeah, help out.
Mike,
like I told you.
Mike should have a story. I'm not sure if he wants to share it though.
Oh lord.
Go for the
And
Vaughn.
just of all the girlfriends you have, do you have one you wanna? I mean, you've listened to what you were talking about before. You've heard, the stories that came before. That was some pretty hardcore shit.
Yeah, I do have a story actually. So okay, so basically
Share
I
with
met.
the class.
All right, all right. So I'm gonna break it down. All right, I'm gonna break it down.
Oh my
I met this
god.
girl.
Smooth jams
I
though.
fell in love, and she left.
Oh,
No, but okay. Honestly though,
God, dog.
Sorry, bro.
y'all need to mute though. Fucking ghoulish.
Really? All right,
You need
fine.
to mute?
We're doing
Now,
No,
that.
you don't need to
Okay,
mute
just
Haley because you're
respect
gonna be
his-
asking me questions, but everyone else, like that's the usual thing, right? Isn't that what we do? People
okay,
mute.
okay.
Yeah,
Everybody.
you don't need to mute. What the hell?
Me
Do I need
and
to mute? Okay, I'm
no,
muted.
no, no. Well, the two of us won't mute.
Oh, okay.
No, Haley, you don't need to mute. You're asking me questions. What the
Okay, okay. I won't mute. I won't.
hell? All
Do
right,
I
so
need to mute? I guess I will.
no, it's fine, Eden. But anyways, okay, so it was 2014 of um April is when I first met her. I'm not gonna say her actual name out of respect, but let's just call her
Jenny.
Rachel.
Jenny. Oh shit. Sorry.
Okay, fine, Jenny, whatever. So I met Jenny, but prior to that, like a little background of me, I've had a really shitty childhood. I'm not gonna get into depth of as to why it was shitty, but from that experience when I was a child up until the like most part of high school, maybe until like when I was 15 was when things started to get better. Um, Long story short, I had this void in my heart, and that never went away until I met Jenny. And this might sound like a cliche story about how this guy fell in love and everything got better, but that's not how it ended. So I got this void, and then I met Jenny during April of 2014, and we just hit it off. There was an instant connection. I felt like I've known this person my whole life. I felt like just the friendship at the time, which was obviously platonic, would have been, just that. But eventually it did lead to feelings, and then I ended up with her. But no one prior to that, at that point, I'm 22 right now, I was 20. So for the almost of 20 years of my life, no one has ever been able to remove that void. But when it came to Jenny, she did it almost instantly. In 20 years, it took one person, that being Jenny, to remove that void. And in 20 years, what people couldn't have done, she achieved that in one night, which was when I asked her, do you want to be together? And then everything followed, everything that came after that, her saying yes, and then everything that she said. She was the one that removed the void, and that's why I hold her on such a high esteem, because she was the only one that was able to do that. And at the time, she was the epitome of perfection. I saw her as literal perfection. There was no one even close to her in terms of just her personality and how she looked and just what she meant and like who she was as a person. But long story short, I would say probably like a year and a half later, just due to the excess fighting, and we would just fight about anything. We can talk about like the dumbest shit, and then we would get into a fight. It's gotten to a point where she couldn't take it anymore and she left. But prior to that, she said, "You were the only one I wanted, always and forever." She would, whenever she says "I love you," she would always end it with "always and forever." And I loved that aspect of the relationship so much because, like I said, she was the only one that was able to remove the void, and she made me feel special. How fucked up is it for a person of, at that time, 20 years, to feel special due to one person, but any time prior to that, he's never felt special? That's why, like I said, I keep putting her on such a high esteem. Until this day, I probably still do. I don't know, but
Do you still talk to her?
no.
No?
Just the fact that I couldn't be with her at the time led to me feeling like, I couldn't do it because it was too hard. Because every time I talked to her, something little would trigger, something amazing that we went through. But then, there was one time where I did talk to her and something like that did happen. I was like, okay, well, clearly my heart is broken and I just can't handle it right now because it hurts way too much. It literally felt like I was being killed inside. And when she did leave, the void came back in full, and it was worse this time because I lost the only light to my darkness. And as stupid and cheesy and as cliche as that sounds, she was the light to my darkness because that's all I've known. That was the highlight of my life. I was miserable, but she was that light. And when she left, it got way darker, but now, I'm doing better now, obviously, but just at the time, it was a
When, when
literal.
when was the last time you guys spoke? Text or
Um,
anything?
After we broke up, I would say we probably continued to talk for a month, and that's when I decided to cut her off, and that wasn't what she wanted. She wanted to be in my life, but I couldn't take the pain. It
Yeah.
was way too much for me to
So
handle.
so when you're in my car and you're texting someone, that's not her.
No, that wasn't her, no.
But I mean, you got somebody new, right?
No. Just, yeah, I'm not gonna get into it, but yeah,
Mike
that
has
was.
Mike has a ton of girls, guys. Don't be
No,
fooled by
shut the
his.
fuck up.
He's done.
Did too much, but
On Skype.
no, like, yeah, that was my story. Just, yeah, it was depressing, like Panda said.
Well, actually, guys, I've heard this story before, and yeah, I've.
Everyone in here has heard it before, but then
Yeah.
I just wanted to share because it pertained to
Thank
the
you.
topic.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Now I feel like the one I shared at the very beginning was kind of like lame compared to everyone else. Everyone has like this epic story.
I feel like you shouldn't have to compare love stories,
know,
though.
right?
You know, like I
Love
feel
is
like,
Love
yeah,
is
love
life.
is love. Yeah, and that's the message that I was stating, in my video. Is like love is love. That's the important thing. It doesn't matter. It's precious. It's something that you should cherish in all forms.
So, neuroscience, are you in love? I don't know. That was my thing.
That was such a great intro.
Neuroscience. So we have someone new in here. I think it's a viewer. Who sent her the link? I'm guessing it's a girl because most of the people that come here tonight.
I'm pretty sure I did.
You did. So they're not.
Speak or forever hold your peace. Okay.
Yeah, and Matt's gone. So Skylar, let's go to Skylar. Yo, man. See, everyone shared one. Come on. To be a part of this stream, be part of the club, bro.
This is initiation time.
This is a cult, bro. Come on, I know.
Told stories before.
All right, if you don't share, I'll just share all your stories.
Wow, talk about
Honestly,
blackmail,
like,
guys. Talk about blackmail.
The only ones I could think of were like the shit we used to talk about in high school.
Yeah. Okay, I'll tell you guys a funny story. The reason me and Skylar became so close is that we both like couldn't get with the girls we wanted in high school. So we would talk about it, and like that's kind of how we bonded. So I mean, like I know everything about this guy, but if he doesn't want to share, obviously, no one's gonna force you to expose yourself or anything. Do you have a story that you've heard about or anything like that, or from your friend or anything like that? Some epic shit, some Korean drama shit where the girl gets cancer and he's like, oh my god, and then
Oh my god.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I could probably tell a story.
Sorry?
Oh my god.
I said, alright, I'll tell a story.
Yay, story time.
Story time.
So, alright. The story's
Getting into the stance. Alright.
I'll call the girl Samantha, and I think you're gonna know exactly who this is, David. This is the only interesting story I've had.
Alright. Can we call her like Bill or something? That makes the story kind of more interesting.
What about Billette?
Billette. Alright, Billette.
That sounds like Gillette, like the razor.
I like Gillette.
Call her Gillette.
I like it.
Man, let the man tell the story.
Yeah. Anyways, so
Gillette.
this is back in high school. And so this is the girl I used to talk to Haley about. We each kind of had this one girl we were crazy about. And I was convinced she was my first love. Now I kind of look back. I don't think that's true. But yeah, I met her in grade 8. So she started at my school that year. And it was kind of strange because I'd kind of gone like all throughout my elementary school, like just girls didn't notice me. And then that one year there was just a bunch that were into me. But they're all really cryptic about it. They're like, oh, like what's your top 5 girls? And like I just try and guess like who is into me. And the whole class was shipping me really hard with this one girl. And then this new girl comes and I'm really into this new girl. And so like the whole class like ostracizes her, right? It was really depressing. So I was like her only friend.
Gillette?
Yeah, Gillette.
Okay.
Why not?
Sorry.
And so we got to know each other really well, and she was, we used to flirt a lot. We'd sit next to each other in class, and everyone's always glaring at her. But yeah, she was so obviously into me. Like, she would write all these things in my books, like, "Oh man, like you're so cute," or like, I think it's like, "Oh, like I rock your socks" or something. And like her sister would like approach me at lunch. She's like, "Yo, she engraved your name in her desk." I'm like, "Okay," but I just couldn't like wrap my head around the fact that she was into me.
Right.
So I didn't make a move. I was a coward, and she ended up dating another guy. So yeah, that was grade 8.
First love broke my heart for the first time, and I was like, babe.
Oh, shut up, Haley! No, that's so, oh my god.
Yeah. So this is
Why would
grade
you
8.
do that?
Did you punch her in the throat?
No. Why
No,
would I do that?
but seriously, guys, he's a pretty violent dude too. If you piss him off, he'll
I had the reputation as the Hulk in class.
Yeah.
Or in high school.
He's pretty crazy too.
Man, bring
Because
it.
I snapped once. This one guy was like poking me with a pencil. I took his bag and I whipped it against the wall, and I broke the wall.
Good savage.
I left damage.
Yeah,
Yeah. But no, I'm a
Savage.
pretty chill guy. Aside from that
I
one.
mean, right after you threw his backpack at a wall, I wouldn't assume you're a pretty chill guy. I mean, you're pretty savage. Right?
This is like the one incident through my entire high school.
This one time.
This one time.
School, I
This guy was just
totally
poking
wrecked
me
the
with a pencil,
wall.
like, over and over. Yeah. I snapped. I whipped it against the wall, and I went right back to doing my homework.
Did you say it was
I didn't even
8th
look at
grade? Did you say it was 8th grade when this happened?
The backpack incident?
Yeah.
No, that was like grade 12.
Yeah.
Okay, no, what about
yeah, but going back-
first love into
yeah.
was 8th grade? Okay.
So
Did you whip your hair back and forth though?
Shut up. We're gonna
I
get
had
on
really
topic.
long hair. I had beautiful.
Oh.
Yeah,
gorgeous
super long hair, guys.
Yeah,
Right now?
Not
no, back
now.
in the day.
Back in the day.
Anyway, so I didn't make a move, and like it just drove me crazy at the dance. Like I was just a coward. I didn't do anything about it, and I ended up moving to Mississauga after that for high school. So this was in
And why gotta
Scarborough.
reveal like our location though?
Oh, okay. It's just like I moved like 3 hours, a 2-hour bus ride away. So it's just kind of like a whole different area. Brand new friends, lost all contact with a lot of people. And so yeah, I was still in high school, and we weren't in touch. And then one day I see her commenting on Facebook on one of my cousin's things. I'm like, well, how does she know my cousin? He lives like 6 hours north of here. And so apparently she'd moved to this small town that I visit every summer. And so this is around like grade 11, so it's been a couple of years. And so we go and we meet up north, and we go like on the beach, and we kind of like had a picnic. A bear kind of ambushed us, this like cub. It's really cute. But
Whoa,
yeah,
you
it's like
you should
everything just kind of
elaborate
came
that
back.
story.
Yeah, I'm just speeding through it. It's been a long time since I've even thought about it. But yeah, it was just when I was around her, I'd get butterflies that were so intense that I'd puke every time.
Mhm.
Like I'd be totally healthy, and then I'd be around her, and I'd just be puking all the time.
Did you
I
ever
couldn't
feel
sleep.
like you didn't have any legs? Like you feel
Yeah.
like your legs just turned into jelly? I've heard that's a common symptom.
Yeah.
You just don't have any
It-
knees.
Like it was not healthy. Like my health would just fall apart whenever I was around her. Like it's
Sorry.
probably for the best that nothing ever happened because yeah. But yeah. So where am I going with this story?
The bear.
It's been
The
a while
bear.
since I've
The
been-
bear. I want to hear about the bear.
The bear wasn't that exciting. We were on a beach, and she's like, "Yeah, let's do the picnic off like in one of the trails by the beach." And so we're eating, and this just like I was looking at her, and she had like her eyes just went big, and it's like she just pointed behind me. She didn't say anything, and I turned around, and there's this. I describe it as a teen bear because it wasn't like a tiny cub, but it wasn't like full-grown bear. It was like maybe the size of my dog,
Mhm.
which is a pretty big dog. It's a Malamute, but. It was just I was curious, and I wanted to go pet it, and I actually went to like pet her, and she dragged me away, and we like ran off.
Right.
Yeah, so we'd hang out basically every time I'd be up there, and one time she came down to the city where I live, and she's like, "Hey, it's my sister's birthday. Like I haven't seen in a while. Come hang out." So we came, hung out, and we ended up in a cemetery. It was like right by our uncle's place, and yeah, we just talked a lot of things through. I mean, wow, I've missed so many things. You guys,
No.
I don't know how you guys told your story so coherently. Like, it's impressive.
No, I think one thing with your story is because it's really drawn out and it happened through a lot of years.
Yeah.
So for you to like have to get all those details together is kind of hard. But yeah, I mean, you're doing a great job, dude. I mean, I'm feeling it, and I've heard it before. I've heard all of this before. like, but many years ago, obviously. So
It's those long stories.
yeah. So basically, you guys were in the cemetery, and then there's one significant thing that happened in that cemetery that I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I had my first kiss. 'Cause we laid in there for hours.
In the cemetery,
I
damn.
know, right? God damn it, man.
So savage.
It's like, yeah, every time I see cemeteries, man, like, it reminds me of my first kiss. It's a lot of nostalgia going on.
Every time I read a ghost story, it reminds you of your first kiss, because...
No, not ghost stories, just cemeteries.
Like cemetery shit? Okay, I'll read more cemetery ghost stories.
Yeah, we lay there for like hours listening to our iPod stuff and cuddling.
Right.
Yeah,
The era of the iPods, guys. The era of the iPods.
In a graveyard.
In the graveyard. We ended up getting locked in and we had to climb out because the closed pretty early.
You were listening to my music, weren't you?
We were listening to Beyonce. I remember.
Was you listening to Crazy in Love?
No, it was Halo.
Aww.
She was like, and a bit of Aerosmith.
I'm sorry, I'm having a moment here.
Alright, so after that kiss, but then things went downhill.
Not right away. Like, we'd kind of, I guess, talked about it a few times where I was really into her, and it was always a lot more one-sided. And she was just kind of like, like, we live, like, 6 hours apart. Like, I just can't do a long-distance thing.
Right.
But she ended up coming down for my semi-formal, and I was, like, really excited, right?
Yeah.
She was gonna, like, stay at my place for, like, a week because of it. And so, I remember my first really awkward experience going to Shoppers Drug Mart and buying condoms and like not knowing what the hell I was doing because I wanted to be prepared just in case something happened.
Right.
I don't know.
But did it happen? No, right?
No.
I don't know about that.
It was, we both had the same birthday.
But you wish it happened.
But it was really strange because like no. But it was really strange because the last time we'd seen each other, right, it was this experience we had in the cemetery. And so I was really optimistic about, like, it was just going to be a good time. It didn't have to happen. Yeah, but at the dance, she was just really kind of distant, and I wasn't sure why. And we had hung out a lot. Every time we were just, like, kind of hanging out, things were great. But, yeah, we went to the convenience store behind my house, and she's like, like, we're 18, like, we're going to buy porn. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So we went to the convenience store, and we grabbed like a couple porn mags, and like this like old Chinese lady was there, and she's like, no, you can't buy this, you're not old enough. And she's like, yes, we are, I know the laws of Canada.
Yeah.
And she got into this like massive fight with this old lady. Like, this lady still gives me looks every time I go there.
He still remembers you?
This is like, oh my god, it's like 5 years, 6 years ago.
Right.
But yeah, so, and I remember we went back into my room, and we were like lying on my bed. We had the house to ourselves, and I was like, like, I should like make a move. Something's going on. And like Rita's, I kind of like go in to kiss her. She's like, like, I need to tell you something. And she tells me that she's in love with her best friend.
My first love broke my heart for the first time. And
I'm in love with the coke.
And her best friend was a girl, and so it was really strange because.
Oh yeah, fuck! I remember this now.
She lived in this like really small town up north where they're like really. Closed-minded, and so like my cousin's gay, and he left because like he was really tired of how closed-minded everyone was, and so it was basically the situation where I just kind of got my heart broken by this, but I'm trying to console her and tell her that like it's okay, like how she is, and that so it's this like really strange dynamic of me just trying to like console her while also kind of being devastated myself.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a friend zone.
Yeah, so. But like she was like really messed up by this, and so that kind of like set the tone for the rest of it, and we just kind of like hung out as friends, and I was just kind of like, okay, she's clearly serious about this.
Did it hurt more that you kind of lost to her best friend, which was a girl? Did it hurt?
No, the gender wasn't. It was just like I was so excited, and I really misperceived the way things were. That's what really got to me. Yeah, the gender didn't really matter. I was a bit shocked, but. I don't know. Like I said, there's this part of me where like I have this very strong nurturing quality in me where like I just kind of like want to help people as much as I can, and so that kind of like won over. Like I didn't really feel the extent of like the pain till like she left, where I was just kind of like, okay, I need to make her feel better, but let her know that she's not. It made it even worse because my cousin was like the one that was spearheading the attack on her up north, which really sucked.
What was he doing? What was he doing?
No, oh, they were just like shaming her and bullying and stuff.
For being a lesbian?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, she kept she's bi though. She's not lesbian.
Mm-mm.
But yeah. So
That's really
Yeah,
that's screwed up.
that's a story.
yeah. I guess what I said at the beginning when I realized that she really wasn't my first love wasn't because of any of that. It's because it's just how selfish it was on my end. Like I just kind of really put her on a pedestal. And
Oh yeah.
when we kind of got back in contact, she just told me like she'd gone through like a really dark period in her life, and like she's had all these like drug problems and all these other aspects that she'd kind of like worked and overcome. And I just realized how little I really was invested on trying to like work on her. It's just like I had this image of herself that I loved.
Right.
Oh, so it's like so you thought you loved her, but you loved the idea of her. Okay.
And that's kind of what I realized going on. That was a lot more selfish. Like,
But I'll give you guys that she was really cute. Like she was a really cute. Like when you showed me the pictures of this girl, I was like, wow, she's like hot.
Did you meet her? Because she did come for the dance.
No, I didn't meet her. But no, I saw.
That might have been before we were friends.
Yeah, probably. But you told me this in high school. You told me this in high school. But no, she was really pretty though. She was really pretty. So when you told her all these like drug problems and stuff like that, I didn't really believe it. I was like, no way. She's like she looks really healthy and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess everyone has their own issues and shit going on.
Yep.
Well, Skylar, man. So see, you kind of topped it again with the lesbian part, with the bisexual. Sorry. That's very interesting. Dude, thank you for sharing though. Like Jesus Christ, I'm so sorry for making you do this.
I haven't thought about it in a long time.
Yeah, bro. When was the last time you talked to her? I think I asked you this, like in life, but.
The only time we ever talk is on our birthday. Like I said, we have the same birthday, so we always kind of like send a message to each other. But yeah, so last February 17th.
February 17th.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the 17th's like coming up in 5 days, so I mean, you know.
But it's never like a big talk. I think for me, it's just kind of like I wanted to move on, and so I usually don't keep in contact with people I've had things with in the past.
True. Well, thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Save for the rest of the stories, man. Thank you. I feel kind of bad now. I forced it into another story, but thank you for actually taking the courage to share it, dude. I know it's hard for you, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, because you don't do this
Thank you
often.
for sharing.
Because he does not do this often, okay? He's a very, doesn't do this a lot, and he's doing it on YouTube, so, I mean, it's really hard for him. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right, so we have Ghoulish Gal. What were you talking about, the girl that wanted to propose or something like that?
She wrote something for her boyfriend?
Yeah, like, what's that about?
Oh, no, she sent me, like, a story that she wanted me to read because she was too nervous to say it.
That's sweet.
Yeah, let's do it. If it's quick, let's do it, and then we'll go to some of the other people after.
All right, it's pretty quick. Her name's Bronwyn, I think. Bronwyn. So sorry if I'm messing up the name, but the story goes, so when I was 13, I moved to a new house. I was obsessed with my next door neighbor, but one neighbor whose name was Danny. One Valentine's Day, I received a teddy bear holding a heart, and it said, "I love you," along with a card saying to be my Valentine, and it was signed from a D. I was certain it was from him. I got a couple years had gone by, and it got brought up in conversation with my family, and my sister informed me that she was the one who sent them because she felt sorry for me. I had never received anything for Valentine's Day before. So all these years that had passed, I was so convinced that they were actually from him, it was from my sister. So long story short, time had passed and my friends were friends with his friends, and one night we met up, and from there we started hanging out, cuddling, flirting, etc., and that lasted for a few weeks. Then I met the love of my life, Steven, who lived next door to my sister. I had an awesome connection with him, and I knew I couldn't let this one go, and we'd been meeting in between the entry between his and my sister's house every night for 5 months. Danny, my childhood crush, confessed his love to me one night under the stars in front of my sister's house, and I had to tell him I was in love with the guy next door. He was heartbroken, but the story ends good for both of us, because Danny got a new girlfriend who he now shares a child with, and me and Steven have been going strong for 4.5 years. And she wrote No ring yet, though.
Steven, man, you
Yeah.
lucky duck. You stole her. You stole her from me.
And it,
I'm actually the other guy. I'll confess it here. I'm heartbroken. She was my first love. God damn it.
and she wanted to say, Happy Valentine's Day, Steven. Love you forever and always, your panda.
Thank you. You are my panda as well.
Aw.
My panda.
Oh my gosh.
I love you, Juliet. Alright, I don't know if that's her name. I'm just
No.
Bronwyn. God, where you at, man?
sorry. Sophia's her name, right?
Oh my.
She shot it. She's like, oh my god. Alright.
Not like I haven't even said that on my own channel.
I know. I exposed you long ago.
Do that. You said that.
Alright. Is neuroscience here?
Neuroscience.
Yeah,
Hey
yeah,
man, we called you like 20
yeah.
minutes ago, but you weren't
I was
around.
doing something.
You were doing.
And by the way, I'm gonna throw Haley under the bus. He totally thought you were a chick.
I thought you were a chick.
It's fine.
Sorry. 'Cause
Yeah, I
most of
heard that.
most of the people here were like female. So yo, how old are you and where are you from, bro?
I'm 15, and I am from Clinton, North Carolina.
You have a girlfriend yet? 15?
No,
Come on.
I've kind of wised up to that. I really don't need one.
So why are you here then tonight? You have.
Well, I just wanted to share a scary story.
Oh, really? Okay, but it has nothing to do
Yeah.
with love, right?
Well, I mean, I don't have a girlfriend, but I'm currently in love.
Ooh, with who?
I'm not telling who it is.
Is it me?
No,
Are you
Does she
sure?
treat you?
no, it's not you.
All right. I know it's not. All right. So what kind of
Well,
story do you have?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how long have you been in love?
So
Yeah. How long have you been in love,
It's
bro? Is
a
it
few days, actually.
a few days?
Oh
You
my
tell me
gosh!
What happened?
No, you cannot not
Fresh.
tell this.
This is fresh. This is fresh, guys.
This
What
is
happened?
this is love blossoming. This has to happen.
What happened? Just tell me. I mean,
So okay, so this girl,
does
this
it have to do with
particular,
science?
No,
it
shut up,
can,
Haley.
Science
it
class.
can. Okay, so this girl in particular,
What's her name?
so I'm not, I don't want to say her name right
Full
now.
name. Full name, buddy.
I'll
No,
just say
Haley, shut up.
I'll just say Sarah.
Oh my goodness, that name will never be the same again.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
sorry.
No, not
I'm
really.
to something else.
All right. Tell us. What happened?
So, so I'm in the second semester of school right now. So basically, I'm taking anatomy as my first period of class, and she happened to be in my anatomy class. And this is where love starts, because I'm basically passionate about anatomy. So if you have someone taking the class that you're passionate in, then you got fireworks all over the place.
I'm also very passionate.
But
Dude, Haley, shut the fuck up.
So I would talk to her, and I noticed just by the way that she talked, her personality was different than the other girls' personality, because usually the girls these days are like, don't talk to me, you know.
Yeah.
But she was different. She had a personality that it shined in a dark room, if you know what I mean.
Wow. Okay, there.
Getting poetic in here. Oh my
Died
goodness.
in a
Yeah.
dark room by an ocean.
Yeah, it was like, but
All right.
But
All right. Keep going.
but it's all right. So if you
This
had,
was
so
a
if
few
you,
days ago. All right. Sorry.
it's a couple of days ago, something like that. But she had, her personality is different, because I know a lot of girls, they just have an awkward disposition,
Mhm.
and that's the best word I can use to describe it right now.
Mhm.
But the disposition is very awkward, and I mean, it just comes off as bratty, you know. But she's different. She has a glow about her.
Right.
But if you're hanging out with the guys, she would be the one that would fit right in with the guys.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Yeah.
So
She's cool
yeah.
and chill and all that
Yeah.
kind of thing, and okay, and you're infatuated, of course, definitely.
yeah. So yeah, that's the story.
Wait, so how does this girl look like? Is she Caucasian? Is she Asian? Is she
Caucasian.
she's Caucasian? And you're
Yeah.
Caucasian as well. You guys are both white.
Yes.
Have you thought of, telling her this? I mean, are you guys friends
No.
at all? Have you guys ever
Yeah,
talked?
we're pretty much friends. Well, I just became friends with her a couple of days ago.
How'd you start the conversation? Hey there.
Just it was No, it wasn't. It wasn't like the old movies. Like, hey there. It was
Hey,
like,
bro. Use me.
yeah,
Hey there, do you listen to this Horror Studio 1 guy? He's pretty cool. Let's listen to him together in class.
yeah.
That's
I just pull up your channel on my phone, and I show them like one of the live stream. I
Or
show
like
her one of the live stream.
15 ghost rape
Fucking up if you
stories.
follow the wrong live stream.
Yeah.
Ghost sex. You
Fucking
done.
ghost fucking and shit.
Exactly.
And like the teacher can like hear it going on, and they're like, "What in the world?"
Like a ghost just fucked me.
They feel like
Do
the
you have her
teachers.
number? Do you have her number?
No. No.
Okay, question. Are you planning on telling her at some point once you get to know her better, or are you going to let this be a
When
unrequited love?
When I know her better.
Okay, don't let it be unrequited.
Because
Don't
love
do
too
it.
soon is just
Well, yeah,
insane.
of course,
Trust
of
me,
course.
dude, science, trust me.
Yeah.
Say something to her right now on the stream, and when you're
Alright.
ready, edit it, and then send it to her.
I'm assuming. Okay.
I'm not
gonna-
even kidding. Do that.
I know. Dude,
Put
I'll
some
just
music
tell her at
behind
school.
it. That's a good one, bro. I'm telling you, I'm giving you this opportunity. Have something, say it to her right now, and then when you're ready, edit the thing, and then send it to her.
It's fine. I'll tell her when I get to school.
Okay, fine. I was just.
That's exactly how she goes.
But Nero, just like you take your time with it and just enjoy it, because that's how I felt with Jenny. It was literally that, and
My first love.
this was like 2 to 3 days into it too, and it feels fucking amazing, and it'll never go
Yeah.
away. But yeah, like the best of luck to you, man.
It's a sense
Good
of like
luck. Good luck.
the feeling of having a girlfriend is a sense of not being alone. You know what I mean?
You're wise.
Yeah,
You're a wise young man. You're
Yeah.
wise. All right, my
Just be careful with that.
Would
Make
you
sure
allow
that
me
you're
to?
okay being alone.
Would you allow me to tell my scary story really quick?
Yeah, bro, go for it.
So, I currently have 3 scary stories and 2 sleep paralysis stories,
All
but
right.
I'm only going to tell 1 sleep paralysis.
Exactly. That's how.
Yeah, I kind of know how this goes. Yeah. But anyway, so when I was younger, my uncle, he told me that I would always have nightmares. And so that this is the start to something, crazy. But I would always have nightmares, and I vividly remember waking up, and I was crying, and I felt like there was something at the end of my bed, and I had no idea what it was. It's completely dark. It was just dark, and I couldn't see it. And I'm crying, but this is just a build up to what's gonna happen. But a couple days later, I'm laying in bed, and I'm sleeping, and then it's kind of like a lucid dream. You're dreaming, but the thing is, it's like a lucid sleep paralysis dream. I know I'm dreaming, but I can't move, so my eyes are fixated on the door, and this is like an old apartment, and the door's wide open. My eyes are fixated at the door. Then I hear a noise coming from the kitchen. It sounds like a rumbling noise, and the first thing I'm thinking is, oh God, there's a burglar in the house,
Right.
and I can't move, and I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, what in the world's going on? And then I hear shuffling coming up closer to the door. And then I start to realize that I can't see the person that's making the shuffling, so there's something there that I
Do you physically see things shuffling, or is it all just in your?
I didn't see it, but I could hear it.
Right.
But I heard the shuffling, and it passed by the door. And I was like, oh, finally. I was glad it passed by the door. All of a sudden, it came back. It started approaching closer and closer to my bed. I sit there helpless because I'm paralyzed. I can't defend myself. And it moves closer and closer. And then I wake up. I wake up crying, and my mom comes in the room. It's like, what happened? I said something came in my room in the middle of the night. I don't know what it was. She said, your father was probably, in the kitchen making some bacon or something like that. And I was like, I have no idea, but whatever that was, it wasn't godly. And she was like, yeah. So she opened the front door, and she said, kick it out. I'm like, what? I'm like, are you crazy? She was like, kick it out. I said, you realize this isn't a physical presence, right?
Yeah.
She said, kick it out. And I'm like, okay. So eventually I had sleep paralysis again, but, it hasn't been as bad after that time.
But what do you think it was? Do you have any idea or any?
I think it was just, hence the name neuroscience nerd. I think it was like something that the brain was doing.
So you don't believe in the spiritual?
No, I do, but don't get me wrong, I do, but I believe a lot of it can be debunked by from looking at the what is the right word to describe it? By looking at the neural circuitry.
Okay, wow, that's some deep shit.
Because
I don't know what that means.
Like I think it was on the last live stream, someone was talking about how basically, if you want something to happen, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it too much, it's gonna happen, and so it's just a manifestation. You know?
Yeah, self-fulfilling prophecy.
It's like freaking philosophical, but you.
It's a psychology term too.
Yeah. So if you want, it's like, have you ever heard of the placebo?
Yep.
If you want the placebo, it's kind of the same thing if you're thinking about ghosts, but I mean that's my theory, that it's just the random firing of neurons, which is actually what the picture is. It's a neuron, or it's groups of neurons.
So the thing is, if you keep thinking about that girl and getting her number, it'll eventually.
Yeah. All right.
So just think about it like
That's
that.
that whole concept of mind over matter. That's all.
Yeah. Well, bro.
Yeah.
So if you want to, you can stay in the stream. If we have no more stories, we can come back to you for your stories, or we can, plan some stuff for you and your girlfriend or something like that.
Yeah. We'll go to Olive Garden.
Of course. So if you can just mute your mic and we'll go to the
Yeah, okay.
Dude, you don't even need to go to Olive Garden. I'm a chef, a pretty fucking good one at that, and I got you.
He's got you, man.
All right.
Got your back, neuroscience nerd. That's a long ass name. But
yeah, I know.
All right.
I was gonna make a really inappropriate joke there, but never mind.
Go for it.
Go ahead. That's fine.
We're giving you air
I was gonna be like, after she's done eating my cooking, just her pants will be down already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is just.
Oh my.
You're 15, Mike. You're 15.
Yeah, Eden just said it all right there.
Oh my god.
You're 15. Okay.
Give her some of that Gurm Jatang too. Done.
Don't even talk.
All right, so we have Jillian next. Hey, Jillian, you've been here a while, man. I'm so sorry, my friend. Hey.
Hello.
How old are you and where are you from?
I'm actually 18 and I'm from Hawaii.
Hawaii?
Yeah.
Hey, you've been here before too.
You've been here
before?
Yeah.
But I think last time you were here, your mic didn't work or something like that, right?
Oh, at first, yeah, it didn't.
There was like a technical issue. Did you get to tell a story last time?
I don't think so.
No, yeah, I think you had to leave or something like that. But what kind of story do you have for us today? Is it a ghost story or a love story, man?
It starts off as a love story, but then it gets really strange.
Why? Who did you date? Who did you date? Tell me.
Well, when I was a freshman, I met this guy who was a junior, and I met him through mutual friends, and I guess at that time all of my friends were juniors for some reason.
Right.
So, I was just hanging out with them and stuff, and we started talking, and and I asked for his number because that's how I am.
Wait, you asked for his number?
Yeah.
How old were you? Were you like 14?
I think I was 15.
You're 15? All right, cool. See, you gotta tell neuroscience, man. Look at that. Look at that. Come on, you gotta do something, man. Just saying. All right, keep going.
Yeah, so we started talking, and I really started to like him, and it wasn't just because of his looks, although he did look, really good and stuff.
How did he look? Did he look kind of like me?
He looked,
Do you know how?
He had like the Shane Dawson hair.
You know how I look like?
Yeah.
You should have said he looked better than him.
I know, right? That I look better than him. But yeah,
well, you do actually.
Woo!
Savage.
All right, thank you. You just made the stream go up back into the stratosphere. What happened? So Shane Dawson, man, 15-year-old Shane Dawson. And then
wait, like think of him as like a Filipino boy.
A Filipino Shane Dawson.
Yeah. Or like half Filipino, half Japanese.
Half Japanese too. Sweet. All right, cool.
Okay, so, we started talking, and we started talking off, like, talking about guitar and stuff, because that's what we were kind of interested in. And I found out, he taught himself how to play for, like, the past 8 years and stuff.
Since he was 7?
Yeah, I think so.
Jesus Christ. That was a kid. Doing like 8 months or 8 years?
8 years.
Years? So 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, I'll believe him.
And then I guess this one time it was weird because we weren't officially dating, but we were holding hands, and we knew that we liked each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess like we sort of had to figure that out because he was like, "Oh, I'm not really ready to," and then like a few days later he was like, "Oh, I guess we can go out now." I'm like, "Okay."
Wow.
And then we dated for about 6 months, and it went pretty well for those 6 months.
Was this guy your first boyfriend?
No, but he was one of the first people that I really fell for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it was an actual like, I could connect with him and everything. It wasn't just like, oh, I think you're cute, like
Mm-hmm.
how middle school relationships sometimes go.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were going out for 6 months, and every morning I'd bring him breakfast and whatnot, and he would make coffee for me, and we just had like a really nice relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And slowly, like towards the end of that 6 months, he just started to like not hang out with me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He'd be like, "Oh, I need to go into this class or study hall and whatnot." And then I was like, "Okay." And then I kind of got the vibe that like he wanted to break up.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I asked him straight up, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? He's just like, "Well, the thing is, I don't really like you." He literally told me, "I don't really like you, but I went out with you because I didn't want you to go out with one of my other friends that, I guess he was older than 18, and I didn't notice this because I thought he was just being nice, but
Wait, so his friend was older than 18?
yeah,
Okay.
and I guess that guy was acting creepy or something,
Oh, he
and
went out with you to protect you.
yeah, and I asked him, like, why did you go out with me for that 6 months? Like, you didn't have to lead me on. Because he also was just like, oh, one day we're going to get married and everything. I'm like,
Mm-hmm. I think that was just an excuse, in my opinion, as a young guy. That could have been just an excuse to maybe break up with you or something. But what was
yeah.
the extent of physical contact you guys went up to, if you wouldn't mind? Did you guys kiss?
Yeah. The most I think we've ever done was just, like, make out and stuff.
Okay.
Well, that got awkward.
Yeah. No, that's not awkward. I'm just saying, like, yeah, I mean, he didn't have to do that. I mean, that's just...
That was kind of extreme.
Yeah, that's extreme. So what happened after that? He's like, I never liked you. You're ugly or whatever.
No,
That's something I would say. Jesus. Like, I never liked you. I was just trying to protect you from, Roger. He's like
Yeah.
5. He's trying to hit on you, and I was protecting you.
It's like, I don't want to say it like the best part. It's like kind of the worst part of this is that that guy that he was trying to protect me from actually went to jail for statutory rape.
So he saved your life. So I mean, you gotta thank him.
Yeah, I actually did. I thanked him and everything. And to this day, he still never told me the real reason why he kept it going for that 6 months and not just like, telling me.
Maybe he did kind of like for a bit, and then he realized his real emotions.
Yeah.
Yo, this stream just turned like really gay, but the way I was thinking that. No, but yeah, I mean, yeah, he was probably
Are you
like,
serious right now? We've been talking about love since the start of this stream, and you want to talk about how this sounds gay?
This is sounding gay. The way
Get
I said it. The way I said it.
You got your own stream.
You're bringing Eden's like ghetto side out now, right?
It's been out this whole time, man.
No, it hasn't. It has been calm and quiet.
This is the story, okay?
It came out when Shell talked about that motherfucker beating on her.
Yeah. Okay, so okay, yo.
Too much.
So afterwards, you guys still have to go to the same high school together. Jesus Christ, that must have been fucking awkward.
That was actually, and we tried being friends because he knew I still liked him a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And me being a freshman, I was being really awkward, and I kept telling him like, oh, can't we just try that like again and like start from the beginning and see how it actually works if like to try and be in an actual relationship.
Well, at least he's like a good guy. He didn't really take advantage of you. I mean, during that vulnerable state. I mean, if he was a bad guy, he would have been like, all right, free. I got free coffee, I got free breakfast, and I also get free, whatever. But at least he didn't do that, right?
Yeah.
And he saved your life. So I mean, Worst you could say is it was kind of weird, but he wasn't really like bad towards you.
Yeah.
And are you guys still friends now afterwards? I mean, you guys both graduated. You're like 22 now, right?
Oh, I'm 18 right now.
Fuck, I'm sorry. I keep pushing everybody to 22. That's just my
Wish
age.
I was 22.
Wish you were 22. Anyways, so what happened afterwards? Do you guys still talk now and stuff? You're graduated high school now.
We sort of just like that whole entire friend group actually fell apart. So, and
Yeah,
that was like right after we broke up. So it was really awkward.
that happens, man. So, did you go to prom or anything like that, or no?
Oh, we actually went to my freshman's homecoming dance, and the funny thing is that we picked the same exact outfit from Ross's. Like, we actually went and bought it, and
Wait, you and the guy wore the same dress?
no, I was wearing a button-up shirt.
Was wearing what? Button-up shirt?
Yeah,
Must have been
and we
fate.
had like black jeans on and everything,
It
and
was
we had
fate.
similar looking shoes.
It was fate. You guys are destined to be together forever. Okay, yo, thank you. Thank you, Jillian, for sharing that story.
No problem.
I hope Roger, you hear this. Jillian still thinks about you. Is his name Roger? Is that his name?
Wait, which one? Because you called the guy who went to jail Roger.
The one you love still. The one that you will love forever. What's his name?
What? Oh, like if I'm actually comfortable with saying it?
Yeah.
Oh, his name is Marcelo.
Marcelo! Come on, Marcelo. She's Who's that guy in the picture?
Oh, that's well, I don't really know what we are anymore, but
Oh,
we
that's
were going out for the past 3 years.
Oh, I see. Wait,
Yeah.
wait. When did you break up with Marcelo?
That was like
This timeline doesn't seem to make sense. You were overlapping two and wait. I thought we were buddies, Jillian. There's details you're not telling me here. Who is that gentleman in your photograph?
that is a Jeffrey.
Who is Jeffrey?
He well, I'm just gonna say he's my boyfriend, and we've been going out for the past 3 years. But that was after me and Marcelo broke up, and I waited for like a few months between that, and then I found a new person that was, you know.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll let you live.
Thank you.
I'll let you go. I'll let you go. Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. See
Thank
ya.
you for having me.
All right. You're awesome. The timeline doesn't seem to. Anyways. All right. Bye. Bye.
Oh my gosh, I'm just in my feelings today. I don't know what's going on.
The timeline doesn't seem to match.
In my feelings.
All right. So who? We have.
We have a Jonathan and we have a Chelsea. Chelsea's been here for a while.
Chelsea, hey, what's up? Chelsea's back. Chelsea shared her story last time, actually.
Yes, I did. I was going to talk about my first boyfriend this time.
Ah, cool. Do you mind turning the TV off in the back, Chelsea? Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right, guys. After you're done the stories, if you could eject. Thank you. All right, so Chelsea. All right, so last time you told us a story about the weird boyfriend who would call you, weird names and stuff like that, who was kind of abusive, who threw stuff at your car and shit, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
This was like 2 days ago, actually. It seemed like so long ago. But do you have a story about your first boyfriend now?
Yes. This is like a positive story.
Was he also a Caucasian? I remember.
Yes.
Okay, so all your boyfriends have been white boys.
Yes.
All right, so tell us about it. What's with your first boyfriend?
Well, it's like, I don't know why I have butterflies now. I always get butterflies when I talk about him because, I'm still currently in love with him.
You're still in love with him right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it's like, we met at a hookah lounge, like mutual friends. I'm best friends with his cousin who has to be mixed white and black. And
your friends are white. Okay, cool. Keep going.
And how can I explain it? It was like we were at the hookah lounge. I guess he was on leave because he was currently in the military, and he still is in the military.
Wait, so how old were you guys at this point?
I was 20 and he was 20.
You were 20 and he was 20. So you had your first boyfriend when you were 20.
Yes.
You're 22 right now, right?
21.
You're 21. So in this 1 year time, you've had like 3 separate boyfriends.
2 separate boyfriends.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Cool. So you met him. Okay. Keep going.
So we met at a hookah lounge. I wasn't giving him any eye look or paying attention to him because it was like 5 of us, so we were just sitting at the table just smoking technically.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess he was staring at me because my friend told me later on that, yeah, he kept staring at you the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And he has sunglasses on. I don't know why. He looked like a douche because who wears sunglasses in a dark hookah lounge? But
right, like a vampire does that. But anyways.
Right.
Yeah, right?
And I guess he got hungry, so he invited me to go get McDonald's, but I wasn't hungry. But I told him to get me some fries.
Mm-hmm.
And he left with one of my best friends, and they came back, and he got me like a full-blown on meal.
And you're like, oh my god, I'm in love.
Technically, yeah, because it's like, what boy really, you don't even know me, and you just bought me a full meal at McDonald's.
Well, that is easy. That is easy. Sorry. I wish there was more girls like you. Just buy McDonald's, I'm in love. I used to work at McDonald's, goddammit. I used to work at McDonald's.
So I got in the car with him, and I guess they planned this out, and my friend got out the car saying that he would be back. Obviously, he never came back. And so we were just talking the whole time. He bought me ice cream, too, and I was like, okay, like, you don't know me. Like, did you lace this up or something?
Mm-hmm.
And we were just talking, and we started making out, and then we were done because I didn't.
That was 0 to 100. How'd that happen?
We went 0 to 100 real quick in that situation. But after that, I didn't want to go far with him because, like, no, like, I'm not that type.
So from the McDonald's to the making out, how long was the period between those 2 events?
For the McDonald's and making out, I would say an hour.
From nothing to, oh my god, I'm in love, and then to making out was 1 hour.
In an hour, yeah. No, I say 2 hours.
2 hours.
If you're talking about McDonald's and then between that and then to making out, it was an hour between those 2.
I see.
But the whole night, I'll say 2 hours for the whole event.
Wow. Okay, and then?
It's
a very good story about this. Keep going.
Oh, thank you. So we exchanged numbers, and I met his whole family the next day.
Oh my god, that was okay. So McDonald's, making out, meeting the parents. God.
The whole family. He has 4 brothers, and he's the 5th. Like, he's the oldest.
Right.
So I met everybody the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And we were chilling, and his cousin, who's my best friend, happened to be over there. Mm-hmm. And his cousin had a huge crush on my friend, but she had a boyfriend at the time, so she didn't want to come. And I guess, I don't know, he had pizza, and he made pizza for me.
And then you were more, like, in love. You.
Not really. But he made pizza for me, and I would like to eat my pizza with ranch. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I like to eat my pizza with ranch. But I told him I was fine with it without eating it with ranch, but he took the time to go to the store and get ranch from me just to eat my pizza.
Oh, my God.
So I was like, okay. Like, you didn't honestly need to do that, but thank you. And ever since that day, we just been talking, and like, I caught feelings, like, I get attached so fast for certain guys, I guess, if you want to call it. So I got attached. He told me not to get attached because he didn't want to do a long distance relationship because he'll be leaving in a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
And so after he left, we didn't talk for a week, and then I started missing him. So I was the first one to talk to him first.
Mm-hmm.
And then we started talking. He started being lovey-dovey.
Mm-hmm.
Then he started saying he loves me and he missed me, and I caught feelings for you, and I was trying not to catch feelings for you and everything. And then I would say, yeah, January 24th is when we officially started going out.
2015?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, he would, like, for Valentine's Day, he wrote me a long poem and sent it to me.
Red, violets, or blue, I love you. Do you love me too?
It was some deep crap. I never got so deep. I don't know what was going on, but it was really deep. Like, I woke up to it. Like, it was like a good morning messages, but...
You're like, you look at, okay. And holy shit, it's like 8 pages.
Right. It really was 8 pages.
Oh my God! See how I know this. All right, keep going.
And like everything was actually honestly good. Like we loved each other. Everyone knew we loved each other. I bragged about him. To everybody, even at work, I bragged about him. Everyone didn't believe me because they said military guys, you can't trust them because they cheat and all this crap. And I didn't want to believe them because he never gave me.
Why did you trust him? I mean, he's only around for like a while. I mean, he could have been just there to get what he wanted and then leave you. You know what I mean?
Why? Yeah, that's what everyone told me, but I don't know. I guess I was just really in love. He was my first boyfriend, first love, so I trusted him. He never really gave me a reason that he would cheat on me.
Right. And you gave him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Right.
And everything changed in July, like completely changed.
Wow.
And like it's so weird because he was coming home for 2 weeks, and I took 2 weeks off for him. I told him that I was taking 2 weeks off. I told him that I was going to pick him up on the airport and everything. He was happy. We had plans to go to Disney World. We had plans to go everywhere. That the 2 weeks he was to be home. And then the next day happened. He was supposed to be on his plane at 12. Like, he was supposed to be off his flight at 12. So I was sitting here waiting. 2 hours go by. I never heard from him. And then I started freaking out, and I kept blowing up his phone. And he finally texted me around 4 o'clock saying that his flight got delayed, so he just landed. So I get there, and I let him drive my car. And we do the normal stuff. We're driving him home because he lives... Like, the airport to Bartow is like an hour away. So that was all my gas. And that was really all my gas. So I was already irritated with that.
Yeah.
And
so did he leave?
Like, it's like the same day. He didn't seem like he was interested to see me. Like, you know how military couples are excited to see each other. He wasn't excited.
So, yeah, I mean, this is like the first time you see him in like months, I'm guessing, right?
Yeah, it was 6 months that I finally got to see him.
6 months you seen him. Holy shit. Okay, and then he was like, what? Hey, what's up?
Yeah, like he was so nonchalant about the whole situation. I'm over here all excited.
Yeah, bro, yeah. What's up?
And I get to his house because I was up since 5 o'clock in the morning. And he told me like the plan was for me to sleep in his room while he goes hang out with his family and stuff because it was a surprise for his mom because his mom did not know he was coming home. So I slept. Obviously, his mom woke me up by her scream, and
holy shit!
Like I got so scared from that scream, but obviously she was excited to see her son again.
Right.
And he came in the room like the whole time. I'm a light sleeper, so I would have known he came in the room. He never checked up on me the whole time I was sleeping, and so he came in the room, said if I was hungry, and then he brought me some salad. I don't know what salad it was, but it was really good. I think it was a taco salad.
Yeah,
and he ate with me, and the next thing you know, tells me that, oh, I'm going to go pick up my cousin who lives all the way in Ruston, which is like an hour away. And I would say that was around 4 o'clock.
So what was the most distant thing that he did during this whole time? And how long was this whole period?
After that day, he stopped talking to me.
Did he ever? I mean, did he give you a reason afterwards on why?
No, like he ignored my phone calls. He technically broke up with me by just ignoring me.
So to this day, 2016, you haven't talked to him since that day.
No, we got back together. I would say 2 months later, and we lasted till the end of September. But he never put effort. Like how his effort was in the beginning of the relationship, he never gave me that effort again after we got back together. And he did the same thing again because he came home 2 weeks again in November, and I picked him up, and I thought everything changed because he acted happy and excited to see me.
Enthusiastic, hey! Like,
yeah, like he was excited to see me, and then once again after that day, he ignored me for the 2 weeks, and we never talked since that day.
For that time, did you ever ask him, hey, why are you always like hot and cold, like the Katy Perry song, like hot and cold towards me? Is there any reason why? Or did you ever ask him? Like,
I never asked. Like I asked him, and he would ignore the whole question.
Like he would just talk about something else, like, oh yeah, it's cold today, or something like that. He just pushed the topic of discussion, basically. Right?
I haven't talked to him.
Why do you think he was like that though? Why, in your opinion, in your judgment as a person?
I don't know. People told me that he probably was cheating on me the whole time, or he never loved me, or he was using me because he was lonely, and when he finally got home, he didn't need me no more. I don't know. To be with you.
All in all, how long was his relationship? So you guys were together for like 8 months, and he left for 6 months, right? Is that
We were together for 10 months, and he
left for 6 months?
Yeah, he left for 6 months.
And then you guys were together for 2 more weeks or 2 more months?
I would say
after
we got back together in August, and then we broke up end of September. So I'll say 2 months. Yeah.
So you guys have been together, like physically together, for 1 year.
Yeah.
During that time, did he ever try anything on you?
Like we obviously had intercourse when he was home, but
You
I
think
don't know.
that could be the reason why he was doing that, because could be what he wanted?
I guess a lot of people told me, but for me, I'm trying not to think about it because I do still have feelings for him, and I don't want to feel like I was used the whole relationship.
Well, I mean, your situation's not like, you know, the girl that came before. She was like, the moment they signed the papers to get married, he changed, right? And I'm guessing your boyfriend didn't, like, the moment you guys have sex, he changed. Like, that didn't happen to you. So I mean,
No, it didn't happen.
But it's like slowly, progressively, he became distant and distant and distant and distant.
Yeah, like I would say the last time I heard from him, like I never text him back, but the last time I really heard from him was in December, and he told me he still loves me and all this crap, but I never text him back. So I did not want to go through that again.
Good. Yeah. Jesus. Well, I know all about your love life. It's you're like the only person. Like, do you have any, like, a story that you haven't shared on the stream, Chelsea? Like, people are like in the chat, they're like, "Oh my God, I love Chelsea stories," and your stories have become like a brand of stories, like episodes.
I can't think of anything. Like, if you want me to talk bad
Chelsea
about
Files.
friends.
Yeah, man. Jesus Christ.
Like, I have a lot of stories about what people have done wrong to me and everything. Like,
okay.
I have a lot.
For tonight, maybe stay in the stream for a bit, and then we'll if we're by 11 or something, we'll probably maybe go back to that. Cause I wanna try to find a positive story tonight. At least one, guys. At least one. Like, just one that doesn't go like crazy towards the end. Please give me some hope in life. You know, I'm just trying to.
You do have hope in life, Haley.
I have a lot of hope, but you know.
You do.
Okay, we have Sonia here. You've been here a while.
Sonia.
I'm sorry. I've been.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how old are you and where are you from?
I'm from England, so it's really late over here, and I'm 22.
You're 22. Yeah, the perfect age for me. But what kind of?
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Sorry, I'm engaged. Sorry.
No, okay, you're engaged. Okay, fine. I'll quit. All right. What time is it over there in England right now?
It is 13 minutes past 3 in the morning.
3 p.m.
3 a.m.
Holy oh wow, you're staying up just for our stream. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, so you must have an awesome story.
Well, it's not, well, I have two, but one's a really sad one.
Oh,
But then the second one's really happy.
Okay, but hey, do you mind to turn off? I think you have the other screen open in the other window or something. There was an echo sound. Do you mind to just like close that?
I'm on my mobile, so.
It could be, or if you could just turn off your webcam, maybe that would be a lot better.
I have.
Oh shit.
Oh, hang on. There you go. Is that better?
There's still the echo.
Haley, you know you can turn her off her webcam, don't you? You know that, right?
I really don't know how that's done.
It's like a control room thing, I think.
I wish Matt was here. He would definitely.
I think I've turned it off, but like I say,
there it is! Puppies! Puppies!
I think that's it, right? The puppies?
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dogs, yes.
Okay, I mean that's
The brown
fine.
one's 11 years old, and the white one with the black spots is 13 months.
Cool. So you have a sad one, and you also have a happy story.
Yeah.
Which one's the shorter one?
The sad one, really.
Okay. Then let's go with the sad one first, and then we'll end on a happy note. Let's.
Okay. Well, it happened to my dad. Really, he was in his 20s, and he was doing a youth thing for children what were in a bad background, because my dad came from a rough background.
Mhm.
He, like my dad says, he's the person who sort of he basically from the age of 13 he raised all three of his siblings because both his parents were
Right.
Into their alcohol quite a bit.
Yeah, like alcoholics kind of thing. Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when he finally got out, he decided, oh yeah, I'll try and do something better with my life because my dad was a bit of a rogue when he was a young lad, as he says.
He was a rogue.
Yeah.
Like, what does that mean? I'm not familiar with the English slang. Like he was a bad boy. Like he didn't go to school. He was always with his friends. Is that what it means? Like a rogue?
No, he was more trying to escape his life, if you know what I mean.
Like doing drugs.
Any way possible. So he used to do a bit of bare knuckle fighting.
Like a degenerate kind of.
He was like straight up savage.
Or that. Yeah, savage.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
So,
you could have just said that my dad's fucking savage.
So he's like Mike.
Yes, he is. All right.
Well, my dad's only like 5'1", and he was built like a shit brick
He
house.
is like Mike then. He is like Mike. Anyways, keep going.
But not anymore now, so he's in his 60s now, so.
Alright.
So what it was, he met this young lass. She had a heart problem.
Uh-huh.
And they lost contact for a while. And then they met up again, and my dad decided to propose to her.
Right.
And then, so she decided to move down to Glasgow.
Mm-hmm.
Because my dad's is Scottish, so.
Right.
And he couldn't pick her up, like, because she lived. I'm not sure what part of England she lived from, but so she decided to get a coach up to Glasgow.
What, this was like your dad's girlfriend or what?
Well, they were engaged at that point. It was his fiance.
Okay. So she's like getting him to do stuff for her and stuff.
Yeah. No, he was at this point he was a trucker, so he couldn't actually go and pick her up. So she had to go to Glasgow and buy coach.
Right. Shit. Okay. And then.
When he got home, he got a message, finding out she was in a bus accident.
A bus accident. Yes.
Yeah. Just outside of Glasgow.
Uh-huh.
And when he got to the hospital, he found out she was the only person who had actually died in the accident.
Oh.
And
how
this is
how old was her? How old was she?
She was in her 20s. And it was like 2 days before Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay. So that's right now, isn't that? Yeah.
Yep.
Today.
Yeah.
Is when this is creepy. It's getting to be kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Now.
But like I said, he went down a really dark path after that, because then he found out she was pregnant to him.
Oh.
So yeah. But he's happy. He's happy now.
But how many months pregnant was the girl?
She was only about a month and a half.
A month and a half pregnant, and then obviously your dad afterwards met your mom, and then you came out.
Yeah. That's the happy story sort of thing.
That's the that's the happy story. Do you have another happy story, or was that actually the happy story?
This is how like my mum and dad met up.
Oh, cool. Okay. So afterwards, basically.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, my mum's like, I think there's 11 years between them. My mum's only just hit her 50s, and my dad's in his 60s.
Okay. So what age did they meet?
My mum was 17, 18.
Whoa, and wait, and your dad was like 30.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
He was at this point. He was working at his uncle's traveling fairground. And what it was they got together. Well, they did get together, but obviously they couldn't do out with my mum being a minor at the time.
Yeah, definitely.
And then they lost contact. Like a few years later, my mum ended up having 3 kids to another gentleman. And she met my dad. This is then at this point he was a severe alcoholic.
Okay.
So and they properly got together, But my mum made him give him two choices: is come off the drink for her and the kids, or stay on the drink. So he decided for love, actually give it up.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What kind of a relationship were they in at this point? Were they boyfriend and girlfriend, or were they already married?
No, no, they didn't marry until 1982.
So
before I was born.
At this point with the 3 kids, you weren't born yet during this time.
No.
Way before your time, because you were born in the 90s.
But my mum decided, because my dad didn't want to go into a rehab centre, he wanted to go full cold turkey at home.
Mm-hmm.
And my mum supported him the whole way through it.
Yeah.
She had 4.5 months of no sleep.
Why?
Because of going through the DTs with my dad. He was the only person who'd support him.
Right.
He didn't want any doctors involved because he didn't want to get addicted to anything helping him come off alcohol.
Right.
Because this is a man what used to drink 2 straight bottles of Jack Daniels straight in the morning.
Well, at least your dad, I mean, he eventually got off the alcohol.
Oh, yeah. He's never touched a drop since.
Because, I mean, again, because his parents were in the same situation, you know?
Yeah.
And then he had some crazy shit happen to him, and he got into the same situation. I mean, but hey, at least he's good now, and you probably don't drink alcohol at all or nothing like that.
I do a little bit, but like I say,
Like
the smell of beer makes me want to be sick.
Yeah. So do you have a boyfriend right now, or?
Yes.
Oh yeah, you're engaged.
Yes.
How did you meet this guy?
He's my next door neighbor.
Oh, Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, I've known him since I was 6.
Whoa. How old's his neighbor?
He is coming up 32.
Okay, so you were 6, he was like 18. He was like 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Like I said, I'm not too sure.
Okay.
But he used to be my brother's best mate.
I see. So when did he start to develop feelings for you when you started to get to like 13?
I think it's about, when I was about...
When you started
16,
to grow.
17?
Of course.
Because there was a patch of because my brother and him went 2 separate ways. My brother decided to go on a kind of self-destruction path. My other half's very, how can I put it? He's not a person to be pushed into all. He's very strong-willed, sort of thing.
Definitely.
Well, he would have to be with me, so. So yeah, well, we ended up having 2 major blackouts.
Why a major blackout? Was this?
It's like, yeah, we had a few storms and it pulled a few electrical cables down.
Oh, okay.
So the first blackout, I ended up breaking my ankle.
Oh.
So, and then the second one I couldn't do well. He was helping me out, and that's when we started getting to talk, sort of thing.
That's how the romance blossomed.
Yeah.
He was your hero.
Yeah, sort of, yeah.
Kind of too, and he's so much older than you, and you've like kind of known him all your life, eh?
Yeah.
That's
Well, he's also, at that point I was getting bullied because at one point I became a carer for both of my parents. Because my mum was having trouble with a hip, and a couple of years before we moved up where I live now, we found out my dad has spina bifida.
What is that? All these words. What is that? Sorry.
It's where the spine bends.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Instead of being straight,
yes,
part of the spine goes behind round an invisible hole.
Right.
So he's now not allowed to work. And they've said he has to be careful because at any point he could just end up in a wheelchair like that.
Right.
Because of it. So I suffered with depression really badly. And there was no one in my school. How can I put it?
That understood.
Yeah. But obviously, with him being next door, he saw everything, so he was sort of more supportive.
That's always good. All right. Well, thank you for your stories. Yeah, I mean, at least your dad's doing fine now. You seem
Yeah.
to be doing awesome. When's the marriage thing coming? When's the wedding?
In another couple of years, because I've just been made redundant, so.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I
Just
mean,
after I got the puppy, the white with black spots.
hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it goes well. Thank you for staying up till 3, man. I mean, you must be really tired. 3.
No, really, I'm more a nocturnal creature than I am a.
Same here, same here, same here, man. But thank you. If you wanna, yeah, actually do, yeah, I think you can, or if you wanna just log out for a bit to save room, we might have
I'm
someone.
not bothered, but you know, I don't even know how to do this thing.
Oh no, that's fine. I can help you do that. But thank you so much for telling your story, Sonia. Much
Okay.
appreciated. Much
But
appreciated.
like I said, I do have a few creepy, creepy stories about just general creepy guys and
Sure.
stuff like
Okay.
that.
If you can stay on here for a bit, if you want to tell
Yep.
your stalker story in a bit, maybe after everyone else is through, we're almost, yeah, it's 10:30 right now.
Okay.
We'll let you tell it in a bit. So just mute your mic, please. And we actually have guys, we actually have someone send me an email to tell me to read this online, on here. So I'm just gonna read it for you guys, narrate it, and he actually wants to get your opinions on what to do. So if you're in the chat, if you have any like suggestions for this young man, I think it's a man by the name. I know it's like something gamer. So, but it seems like a pretty legit story. So I'll narrate it for him, and I'll try to get into the mood. Okay. My first love was an amazing girl who I met through horror. Through me? What the fuck? And when I was first getting
I think you meant horror in general, but
I'm just so narcissistic, me. When I was first getting into it, she read my works and told me how to improve, and I just fell in love over time. We got together. It was great. I was young. I was naive. I took something the wrong way and hurt myself, and I broke up with her. Got with another girl a few weeks later, holy shit. Because I thought this girl was the one. For the first year, everything was amazing. We related on almost anything, never argued, cheesy love comments, poetry. I was happy. But then things went bad. She tried to manipulate me into kissing her ass all the time. Sounds awesome. She cheated on me, holy shit. Faked suicide attempts so I would feel sorry for her. She kept me in that for a year. 2 months ago, I snapped out of it. I broke it off. I tried to be as nice as possible about it, but she wouldn't let me. She forced the breakup to be bad. She said she would kill herself if I left her. But I didn't have it. I left her, and she has been with several guys since. Now that I'm older and wiser, I don't know why, but now I started realizing I never got over my first love. She is still my friend despite my misunderstanding, and I'm falling for her again. Feel free to tell this in the stream and have someone read it. Have the others give opinions on what I should do. Okay, so Eden, what should she do? What should he do? Can't get over this person who manipulates him and suicides and cuts herself and, you know, cheats on him and shit.
Wait, so there's this the girl is
So there's this guy, and then he's like a teen dude. He met the first girl, but they kind of broke up and shit. He meets the second girl and totally falls in love with the second girl. I'm not sure why he was telling me stuff about the first girl. I guess because he was using the second girl as like a rebound, but then he really fell in love with her.
Okay.
But then this girl was like super weird. She tried to like manipulate him and kissing her ass. She cheated on him. She tried to kill herself so he would feel sorry for her, and she kept doing that for 1 year. But now they broke it off. He's like falling in love with that same like abusive relationship, falling in that trap again, kind of thing.
Okay, well
He's falling with the first one, I think he said in the chat.
Oh yeah, okay, sorry.
The first one, not the second
Dude,
one.
I mean, come on. All right, fine.
Okay, so he fell in love with the second girl who was abusive and manipulative, but now he's getting over her and falling back in love with the first girl.
I think so.
Okay, exactly.
Okay,
Yes.
So is he torn? Is that what that is?
Proofread your shit. All right.
Is that what that is? Is he torn?
Yeah. He's in love with the first girl. Okay.
Okay, well, if the second girl cheated on you, bye. Like that's it. There's no other discussion about that. Like, she clearly doesn't respect the relationship enough to, like, stay in it, she's jumping into bed with somebody else, or I assume that's what it is. I don't know what the definition of cheating is for other people.
Yeah, like how just type in the comment how old you are. You sound younger. You know, I'm not sure.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what the definition
You might
of
not be sleeping. It's usually like going to like McDonald's with another guy. Or
Has
something.
it gotten to the point where we're taking comments interviews?
No.
What's going on?
We're giving relationship advice to teens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're in that part of the story now.
The fact that like she cheated already, like the trust, whatever trust even existed, because apparently she's manipulative and abusive, and claims that she's going to kill herself to keep him trapped in a relationship. That's entrapment. That's not the sign of someone who cares about somebody else, and it's not the sign of somebody who has any kind of mental stability.
But I kind of want to know what is kissing her ass all the time. What does that mean? Like, oh, tell me I'm pretty.
I mean, I get it's more the princess complex, like make me feel pretty, all that stuff. Yeah.
And he says he's 17, so it might not be jumping into bed. I'm not sure if it. I don't know. I'm just guessing it's not. It could be just like they like kissed. She kissed like another girl or something like that. Kiss another guy. I mean, sorry. I'm all messed up today.
Or just had a relationship with another dude.
Yeah. So
That's really bizarre. I mean, as far as I know or am concerned with, like, the fact that she cheated, just leave. I mean, you're better than that. Like, anyone, like, if you don't respect the relationship enough or the person that you're in the relationship with enough to leave them, you're like, look, you don't have to stay with me, but at least show me enough respect not to cheat on me and maintain the relationship. If you don't want to be with me, then just leave. I'm not going to hold you to me. At least show me that kind of common decency. It's like, I'm not going to hold you. If you don't want to stay with me, I'm not going to make you stay with me.
Yeah, Z-Man, I'm a gamer. You deserve more respect than that. Come on, man.
And to add on to what Eden said, I don't think it has anything to do with you more so than herself. I think clearly there are insecurities there. I just don't know what she's trying to fulfill by doing said action, I assume.
Girl's got issues.
He says that when he says that kisses her ass, it means that bend over backwards for her and always agree with her, and she was sleeping around.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You should not do that in any
situation.
situation.
Fucking around.
You shouldn't even subject yourself to that ridiculousness.
Exactly.
But then the thing is, he's falling in love with. I mean, I guess it's something he can't get, and he's falling, for that. I think the challenge, maybe.
Trust me, Z-Man, I know that feeling. Being played and just.
We all know that all too well,
Yeah, like it's.
Guys fall for that, I think. Just like you can't get it, but then it's like.
Well, I think girls fall for that just as much. I don't think it's a guy thing, but at the same time, it's like you're better than that. Have more respect for yourself in that sense that you don't need to sink to that level, because at this point, it's clear that she isn't worth it, and you can do better, and you will do better. So, fuck that hoe.
Just continue gaming, man. Just continue gaming, all right, buddy. All right. And
he's talking about my gangsters coming out. That's what I was telling you.
Yo, he's like go like the first girl judged by Horrorworks. All right. That's fine, dude. Just forget about love. Just focus on school, okay? That's it. Yo,
That's the best message to send someone on Valentine's Day. Jesus.
Right. Nice one.
It's not. All right. We have a bunch of people in here. Hey, neuroscience. I want to get back to your story.
Yeah.
So what's your plan for this girl, man? For Jenny? Come on.
Jenny?
Yo, we gotta think about something.
I don't know.
It was Sarah, first of all. God,
yeah, I know.
Jenny
I
was mine. Yeah, I said Jenny.
Somebody was Jenny here. Somebody.
Yeah, I said Jenny.
You said Jenny.
Yeah.
So my presumptuous thinking is I'm just gonna ruminate on all my options to find the best method that I can use. I don't know.
You have like
I have to think about it overnight.
Scientific way of speaking. Too.
Yeah, I know.
You just gotta be methodical in the
do
process.
like experiments before doing all this shit and
grab
the thing, the flask.
Yeah.
Grab a blanket. Turn off the lights.
Turn off the lights.
Yeah.
Kill some frogs. Cut up some frogs.
Turn on some ghost rape videos.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I have to show you something.
If you do that, you'd be the quickest guy to get shut down.
Oh yeah, of course.
Just play my videos constant as he's trying to like confess his feelings.
He like
Yeah.
proposes with the ghost ring from a couple live streams ago.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that, man? Like, I want her.
Yeah.
If she comes back, I will dedicate the whole stream just to talk to her. You know what I mean?
That never works out though.
Yeah,
The
you should
whole stream
invite her
never works
here,
out.
and then
I
you know.
can't. Who got her into here? I have no
I
idea.
have no clue.
No, I'm
I just
saying.
remember her name was Jasmine. That's all I
Yeah, she just
remember.
randomly got, and then her face was like, showing half the time. She was looking off into like some distant thing.
And I was talking to Neuro. I was saying he should bring the girl, like his girl, here.
Yeah.
I said, I'm telling you, I'm giving you a chance to put it on YouTube and then cut it out and send it to her. Like, say something right now, and then, you know what I mean? Like, that's fucking awesome. That's romantic.
I mean, the best romantic thing is to be sentimental about it. So instead of editing, I should do it in person because it adds a better sentimental value.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, dude. I'm just suggesting,
I know.
Haley, we all know you are a showboat clown. We understand.
I mean, if I was 15 and like who was like Smosh back in the day gave me this opportunity, I mean, I'm not Smosh. I'm just saying like some YouTuber, any YouTuber.
Well, back when you were 15, probably.
Like no, who was big back
because you're old.
Yeah, I know. I agree with that.
Matt, you come back out of nowhere, you'd be a savage right now.
2007.
Who was
big in 2007? Who was big on YouTube in 2007?
Smosh.
Yeah, Smosh probably. Jenna Marbles probably. I don't know.
Probably Philip DeFranco and Ray William Johnson. Those guys.
Yeah, Ray Will Johnson.
Those guys. Anyways, yeah, man. I hope it works out for you. Who had another story? A bunch of you guys had like another story or something like that. I think. Who's in here? Fucking. Chelsea's in here. Hey, you want to talk about that last story you had, and then we'll go to Q&A if no one else comes in. We only have a bit,
We don't have anyone that's coming in. No one posted their email.
Okay, well, we'll do Chelsea, and then we'll do Sonia, and then we'll do Q&A, okay? And then Chelsea. All right, fine, we'll just do Sonia. Sonia. Sorry. Sonia. All right, she's gone.
All right, Q&A.
Sorry, sorry, I was dealing with my dog. She's being a bit retarded.
Yeah, right. Fucking dog. Fuck. Cat dog. Anyways, you said you had a stalker story.
That shit was amazing.
It was more of a
How did they shit? How did they shit? You know what I mean?
Out their mouths.
It would have been painful. It would have been the worst. Like, oh, you got to shit today, and then.
Well, hello.
Am I on the right stream right now?
Right.
Were we really sentimental just now? Anyways, well, what's your stalker story?
Well, it wasn't really a stalk. It's more of a whole week of a creepy encounter with a person.
Wait, before you tell the story, how do you look like? I just want to get an image. And before you guys say I'm weird and creepy,
oh my god!
Give everybody like a view of how you.
He does it. He does it to everybody. It's not that big of a deal.
It's alright. Don't worry. I've watched a lot of his live streams. Don't worry.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, just give a general description.
Mucky blonde hair, kind of curlish.
Wow.
I'm
you
kind of kinky.
So you're on the wide side or the slim side?
No, well, my boyfriend says I've got an hourglass shape, so.
Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. And how tall are you?
5'2" and a bit.
Okay. Petite, but that's nice. Cool. And do you deem yourself as like cute looking or like?
Yeah, average.
Average looking. That's cool. I mean, your blonde hair. That's good. Blue eyes.
Yeah, with a hint of green.
With a hint of green. Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. All right. So where did you meet this crazy stalker?
Well, it was like I went on a camp thing to boost my confidence with my depression sort of thing. It was like a extreme thing, like you get extreme. It was at like a youth hostel.
Okay.
And we were all like in dorms. So like I was with a bunch of girls my age, and then there was a few younger than us. And then in the morning times we were like put into groups. With correlating ages, and there was this lad, and how can I put it, kind of freaked me out, because for the first day all he'd do is stare at me.
Like just nothing else. Like you guys would be just having, lunch, and then he just stand in the middle of this cafeteria.
Yeah, he'd be just staring. And the worst thing is, he wasn't even in my group. So he was sat on a different table just staring at me.
Okay.
And then we're on a hike with the group. He he politely asked if I'd go out with him.
Mm-hmm. That's cool.
And at this point, I was already going out with my partner.
Ah, I see.
So I sadly declined him.
How did he look like?
He was like almost angry at me.
No, I mean like his physical. Like, was he short, tall, fat, brown hair, blue eyes? What was his physical?
He was like on the chunkier side.
He was a
He
bit.
was a little bit shorter than me.
So you're 5'2", he was shorter than you.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Oh, okay. So he's a quite short dude.
Yeah.
A bit.
But
round.
I'm used to that. I have two aunties shorter than me, so. And he was dark. I think he was brown hair, and I think he had like brown eyes. So he's dark hair, dark eyes. I wasn't really paying attention to him.
But to be honest, if you saw him on the street, would you consider him attractive, or would you find him like repulsive?
Like, I wouldn't say he was repulsive. He was just like, how can I put it? He was.
You don't
average.
have to be nice here. You don't have to be nice here. You don't have to be nice here.
He was kind of creepy because like he just give you that glare like he wasn't really looking at you. He was more looking through you, or he was mentally undressing you.
Okay.
Sort of creepy look.
Right.
So yeah, when I declined him, he gave me such a. How can I put it? If he was Medusa, he would have turned me to stone.
Okay, well that's poetic as shit, but definitely.
Or as they say,
I'm gonna use that line next time I try to the girl. If you were Medusa, you would already turn me to stone.
Yeah. So the day went on. So he sort of went into the back of the group, started staring at me again, and he was creeping out a few of the girls that were in my sort of group.
Was it just you, or like was he doing that to all the?
No, it was just me. I seem to attract the weirdos. Because like even when I'm in town, random people come up to me. Like there's a woman in our town, she just randomly keeps coming up to me asking if I've got holy water.
I think because you're like the closest to his height. Because the girls are too tall for him. They're the closest one to his height.
Well, like I said, I go for the older guys. I think he was 2 years younger than me. I like the older guy because I find them a bit more mature.
Right. Mature.
Yeah.
Maturer. Okay. Maturer. That's a word.
So, because in our dorm we slept in, we could lock the door. So we found it uncomfortable because our door was right next to the lads. So there was only a door splitting us between the girls and the lads. So we thought, to stop the lads from pranking us, we'd lock the door. Because there was some very immature kids. It's like one group of girls ended up with like weird string what comes out of the can.
Weird.
Crazy string, or whatever it's called.
Okay.
In all over the set when they'd woke up, so we decided we're gonna lock the door, and so they can't get in. And it was about 4 in the morning.
Right.
The group leaders came knocking at our door.
Okay, like bam, 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 bam. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what? And
asked if everything was okay, and that was really odd because usually we're usually up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Right. What happened?
And then they went, oh, it's nothing. So they were acting really odd. And what we decided was, so we locked the door again, and it happened 3 more times. Because like I said, we're only there for a week.
Right.
And then they decided to move us. For no reason, they just decided to move us.
Did it have something to do with that guy?
We don't. Well, they think so because, like I say, I ended up ripping my kneecap out of place on a quad bike.
Okay.
And we were getting, because it was the day before we went home, I injured myself. So I had to sit like at the front of the bus.
Right.
And he was in front of me, so I didn't really feel comfortable. So I decided to put my music on and go to sleep.
Turning his head back.
And I woke up. He was actually stroking my face.
Okay. How did that happen?
It was because there's gaps between, because there's 2 chairs on the coaches and there's a gap between it.
Okay.
And he was sticking his hand through and stroking my face.
Okay.
So I decided to shove my crutch in his face.
You shoved your what in his face?
The crutch, my walking, crutches you walk on?
The crutch.
Yeah. Like Tiny Tim had in...
Oh, God damn it. All right.
Not her crutch, you dumbass, the crutch.
Accents. Accents.
Oh my God, what was she? Oh, okay. Anyway, sorry.
You racist.
Oh my God.
So
You have to deal with
Haley isn't racist.
You put your crutch in his face, okay?
Yeah.
And he was
And
very
then
not displeased with that.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
So,
You just fucking slammed him in the face with it.
yeah, I do a lot like that.
Oh
I
my
don't actually,
Wade.
like if somebody makes me jump, I don't scream, I punch.
Alright.
I'm that sort of person with reactions.
Mm-hmm.
So you can, because if my boyfriend said he'd actually confirm, he decided this Halloween to try and make me jump, and I ended up almost breaking his nose.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he decided to jump out with a mask while I had my niece with me. She's only coming up 8, so, and she doesn't like masks, so she screamed. So I turned around and never ended him.
That's
Like
crazy.
I say, I'm very protective over my niece. Well, all my nieces and nephews. There's 8 of them altogether. So yeah, so the group leader who was on the coach with us decided to move him.
Right.
So the whole time I decided to stay awake. And the whole time he was giving me dirty looks.
Well, yeah, you just, you fucking hit him in the face, man.
Yeah, but he was stroking my face.
At that point, I would be giving you dirty looks. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but he was shaking a complete stranger's face for no reason.
Right, and why did you ever find out what his deal was? Like, was he trying to get with you or anything like that? I mean, because you rejected him. You're like, no, I don't want to go with you, man. I'm for the older guys.
Yeah.
I
met one of the I met one of the leaders because she was from where I live, Lancaster. And she told me the reason why they moved us, a person had been, for the whole 3 nights of when they kept on coming and asking us if we're okay, somebody was actually trying to get in our dorm. So they decided to move us.
So you guys think it was him, basically?
Yeah. And then I don't even know how, but he ended up. Do you remember? Is it Bebo? Like the weird thing that came out just before Facebook?
What came up before MySpace?
MySpace?
No, I think beginning with B. Was it Bebo?
Bebo. What is Bebo? There was ICQ. There was MSN. MySpace.
I don't know. You made like a little thing bio about yourself.
AOL.
Yeah, there was AOL. I used to play pranks on.
It was something, and he ended up finding me. And he kept on because like we all got a disposable camera.
All right. So he stalked you online.
Yeah, for about I think it was about a year or 2.
Wait. So this was a long time ago. This was before Facebook.
Yeah.
So how old were you?
Yeah.
How old were you when this happened?
I was going into 6th form, so I was coming up 17.
17. Okay, cool. So 5 years ago. Okay, cool.
And he decided to show me the pictures he'd taken on the camp, and they were just pictures of me.
Was it just you in general, or specific body parts? You know how I mean?
It was like, if you met me, you'd notice I was top heavy.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, most girls from England, are pretty much like that, are built like that. So.
I'm a double G.
Okay, cool. Mike, Mike's.
I was like, hold on, double G. What the fuck's a double G?
Wait, hold on. I didn't even ask. Okay, I
stood out a lot from the girls because a lot of them were like these little things.
See, it's all come to light now. The reason has been revealed. We're trying to find the reason the whole stream.
It was mostly my hands he was taking pictures of.
Which is really weird. Your hands were double G's too, or what? Like why?
No, the average, I think.
The average, right? Just your top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like because we did bowing, so all he took a picture is my hands with a bow in its hand with an arrow.
So he doesn't take pictures of other things, but he just takes pictures of when you're doing.
Hands on my feet.
hands and feet. So that was his fetish, basically.
That was his fetish, exactly.
Yeah, that was his fetish.
And I have really ugly feet.
Dude.
Oh, that's
Well,
what
no,
I feel
but
like you have.
it doesn't matter. I mean, if it's a fetish, I don't know. Anyways,
So,
just ask Mike or Skylar about that.
so yeah, but like I said, when Facebook came out and that, I never went on it, so because I just didn't want him finding me again.
Mm-hmm.
So we've lost complete contact, sort of thing. Thank God.
Yeah, I mean, what was the kind of contact you guys were having on there? What did
He
you
was
guys
just like saying like, "Oh, why not break up with your boyfriend? I just more suitable." And then it come down to like, what would my feet taste like, or my hands were in his mouth.
Okay, like your hands and feet in his mouth, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's like, if I paid you so much, would you let me lick him?
Oh my
God. Lick what?
My feet or hands.
Were you kind of offended? You're like, is that what you like? Come on.
I have a, how can I put it? I have a personal issue of I don't like people messing with my feet.
I don't think anyone really enjoys people just fucking around with their feet, but I mean.
Exactly.
I mean,
and then he'd ask me, "Oh, would you let me lick him if you stood in dog poop barefoot?"
That's a lot of fetishes.
Kind of offhand, but anyway.
Like you like the chocolate.
Yo, but I actually like Sonya, man. You are open as you're an open book, man. Like, dude, I didn't even ask you any of this, and you know I'll just stay quiet for the rest of the stream. You just keep going with your life. Just keep going. Like, just go. I'm just gonna wait.
So it just like them sort of strange comments, or like and when I kept on rejecting him, like, sorry, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
He'd send like really bad threats.
Like what? Like what? Like what?
Yeah, he actually located where my sister's house, where my sister lived.
How do people fucking do that? Seriously, like I know people. How do people fucking do that? Come on. I have to learn.
I don't know. Like, I must admit, he was lucky. He got the right street, but he got the wrong number.
And then did you like correct him? No, it's not 52. It's 55.
No, no.
Okay.
I was hoping if he did go to that house, he'd get his ass whooped.
Probably.
No, it was a naval dude.
Oh, okay. You just
naval dude.
Yeah, you probably just like look at his feet and then you just.
So yeah, but I must admit he did calm down after my dad had found out. Because my dad's really protective over me with being his only kid.
Oh, so you're an only child too?
No, well I have three other siblings, but they're my fault.
You said you had an older brother.
I do have an older brother, but he's too busy getting high. So. But my dad's a Scottish he's very.
Does he wear kilts? Does he wear kilts? Seriously?
He does every so often.
Why?
Especially when he was in the Scottish army, because that's what they was, kilts.
So it's like a tradition for them or whatever, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
My family, because Lamont is an actual Scottish term.
What is that?
It's an actual family of Scotland.
Ah, I see.
We were my ancestors were the law keepers in Scotland. Our family crest has a severed hand on it.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, my dad's very protective, and when he gets ranty, he goes full Scottish mode, 300 miles per hour, and you can't understand what the hell he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen a Scottish man get angry, but I would assume it's very not pleasant.
It isn't pleasant, it's what the hell are you saying? Because they speak really fast,
right?
So it just comes out as garbled nonsense most of the time.
So your dad's, has he ever seen this weird fucking guy?
Well, he saw him once because he actually travelled down. But I was with my dad. And he went to approach me, and my dad decided to pin him against a wall.
Whoa, cool, all right, and then?
And then I'm not sure what he said, but the lad went a very shade of white. The only got I bit was he was going to shove his feet somewhere the sun doesn't shine.
Ah, okay, yeah, okay. So, and that was the last time you saw this creepy mofo, right?
Yeah, that was the last time. But he did every so often like message me, but all I'd have to do is like mention my dad, and he'd just leave me alone after that. But like I said, the minute like Facebook came out, I just decided not to get involved with that sort of thing.
Oh, so you don't have Facebook?
No.
Oh, really? Wow, that's fucking rare. Anyways, okay. Well, anyways.
Neither does my partner.
Yeah, so he has Facebook?
No, he doesn't either.
Oh, you guys
But
are...
I do have Instagram. And I also have that new horror thing what's just came out.
What horror thing?
Mr. Creepypasta's on it.
What horror thing? Why am I not...
Horror amoeba.
Why am I not informed on this? Am I just not...
It's like an app thing, but it's like Facebook, but it's for horror.
Yeah, he launched it, didn't he? It's his thing, right?
I don't know. No, it has a picture of a bloody hand on it and all that.
Okay. Yeah, because like Instagram has more like privacy settings, and it's harder to get into other people.
I have, like I say, I have Instagram. I have that. I have the dog version of it. I also have the supernatural version of it.
Cool.
With obviously me being a Wiccan.
Oh, you're a Wiccan as well. Holy shit! So you have some crazy ghost stories, probably.
Well, I do, yeah.
What's a Wiccan?
I have one what's kind of terrifying, well, especially to my niece, because she was only 4 when it happened to her.
Okay, make it brief, but yeah, man, let's hear it.
Well, what was my sister moved into a flat only down the road, and my niece kept on waking up and saying there was a man laughing at her next to the window. So not actually at the window, but at the next to it, sort of thing, on the wall.
Okay.
And she tried and describe it, and like she said he was crying red, but laughing at the same time.
He was crying red.
Yeah.
So crying blood.
So she was only 4 at the time, so she wouldn't know what like blood and stuff like that. She was only a baby.
So do you guys find out what was in that house, like some crazy stuff?
No, well it was a flat, but like every time you went in, it smelled like rotting meat.
So even the first time you guys went into that house, it's like, holy shit, it smells like rotten meat.
Well, with me, I have like almost like a sixth sense. Like if I don't feel comfortable in the house, like I've never felt comfortable in that house. It's like that bedroom, you smell rotting meat, and then when you go down to the door, because it's like a flat, you can smell lavender.
Okay.
It's really bizarre.
Okay.
So what we decided to do is like, I have a big spell book.
Spell book, cool.
Yeah.
What kind of spells do you have? Serious, like not even joking.
Well, there's like how to make spirit water.
Yo, is there like a spell to make people like fall in love with you?
No.
Nothing like that? Oh, okay.
No, it's proper like Wiccan old style sort of thing. But there's no actual animal body parts involved with it, so I'm like a white witch.
I have no idea what that is, but cool. That sounds amazing, by the way.
So what we did was...
So you're a GG white witch, though?
Yeah. So what we did was, my boyfriend has like these dragons you can hang on the wall, like off the ceiling. And like they say, like, if you can get the person to really believe in something, it can actually make the thing weaker. So we got the girliest like dragons he had we could find. And we told her, because she's only 4, so she'll believe anything at the time. So we believed that this would make the Laffy Man go away. So we hung it at the window, and a couple of days after that, she stopped seeing him.
So she believed.
Yeah, like a lot of it is to do with like faith, and she had the faith of her uncle, well, my other half's dragon was going to keep her protected.
Like dragon is like a rawr, like that kind of.
Yeah, it's like a pink and bluey one. We tried to make it a bit girly for her, so.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
So like a Daenerys Targaryen type dragon.
No, it had 4 legs. It wasn't a wyvern.
So it was straight up. Okay, all right, cool.
Straight up. I want a dragon.
It's only like a little plastic-like thing, so like, but it's like a curly colour. It has very pink and like purples on it.
Yeah.
So we hung it up like above the window, and she sleeps fine in it. But now she's just had another baby, and while Lassie's in that room, and she's having now issues in that room. And she's only 19 months. So she'll wake up screaming, staring at the same wall. So we're having trouble with her now, so that's fun. And the problem is that she's too young to explain anything.
Yeah, well, I mean, that kind of explains itself, you know, like a man, you know, bleeding from the eyes and cackling at you every night. Anyways, thank you so much for your story. We were pretty close. Thank you, Sonia. You shared a lot of stories.
In the morning.
From love stories to, you know, stalker to ghost. You just covered all the bases today. I want to thank you.
Well, I'm actually subscribed to all of them. All of yous.
You are subscribed to Skylar as well, right?
I think so, yeah.
No, he doesn't make videos, but thank you for subscribing to.
No, like you, the girl.
The girl. Like there's 3 girls here.
There's a bunch of. Chelsea,
I'm not sure
right?
what to say.
Chelsea. I'm
Yeah,
sure
Chelsea, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's probably it. All right, so thank you for subscribing to us. I have videos out every day.
Yeah, I watch them pretty much every day.
Oh, thank you.
You're better than I am.
Yeah, no. None of my friends watch my videos. All right.
Oh my gosh.
I listen to you like when I take the dog out for a walk and stuff. So.
Cool. Yeah, man. I mean, it doesn't matter when you listen to them. Just listen to them and watch all the ads, please. Okay. So fucking frugal, this guy. So fucking. All right. Anyways. All right. Love you, Sonia.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yo, Chelsea, do you have a story? You said just do it quick, and then we'll do Q&A. All right? Because Eden's back. Chelsea. Okay, she's not here with us.
All right, Q&A.
Q&A.
She dropped too. Yep. Cool.
She dropped. Cool. All right, Q&A. If you have any questions, do you guys want to send the link in the chat, or do you guys?
Yeah, I sent it to my friend. She's gonna come in a second.
Whoa! Your friends are usually like.
Oh my god.
How's he? Yo, let's see. Who? Okay, Horror Studio 1, Mr. Shadow Walker, and Mike. As guys, what would you like a girl to do for you on Valentine's Day? Like, what would be a perfect Valentine's Day to be to you? Okay, so.
If we can both cook together and then enjoy the meal together.
Aww. Precious angel baby.
Like, if you want me to be honest, that's actually all I want.
Let's ask Skylar as well. What was your perfect Valentine's
Way
Day,
to
buddy?
skip me, man.
You don't get a chance.
Hey, no, but wow, okay.
I'm kidding. Yo, Scott. Yo, what would the perfect Valentine's Day be for you?
Probably a new experience. There's this cafe downtown Toronto. It's really cool called Paint Lounge. I really want to go back there again.
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, you go in. It's a cafe. You pay like $30. You get a canvas, and they give you all the supplies, and you just paint. I think like a salsa night would be awesome too. Honestly, just like go out, try some different foods that I haven't checked out.
All right.
Just go on an adventure.
Ghost hunting?
I guess that might be right too.
I know
Ideally not with strangers online.
Yo, Matt, what's your perfect?
Me and my significant other go to where we first met and just spend the day there, reminiscing on old memories.
So you guys met at like
No, I don't know. I don't have
like a Starbucks.
No, like at school. So you guys are gonna stay in that classroom the whole day. Hey, who are these two people sitting here?
If that's where we met, yeah.
Perfect date. Like about that perfect date, right?
Reminisce on old memories.
Yeah. For me is
Oh, we already know. It's okay.
All right. Yo, I was thinking.
Oh my god.
All right, next question. Fine, he answered it for me. Next question.
At the Bashana event yesterday, Haley, when I was looking for you, because I couldn't find you anywhere on campus, I'm like, he's been here once, like he's gonna get lost.
Yeah.
And I just heard him like upstairs talking to some girl about like ghost. I thought I heard ghost rape, but I don't think it's ghost rape. It's like, all right, he knows where he is. I don't think he could hear me because I lost my voice, but. Yeah.
Did you have to tell that on stream though?
Skylar is like the master of exposing.
Did you have to tell that on? Well, I mean, the girl was like, yo, but listen.
I was frantically searching, like, oh no, like, where the hell is this guy going?
Frantically talking.
It was like a 15-minute walk to the nearest water source. So.
Yeah, I know exactly. But I'm just like the girl was like someone we just met and they're really interested in, you know.
Yeah, Skylar's like the generic blonde snake. Like he just exposes everyone.
Okay. They want us to each tell a really cheesy pickup line.
Like that we would give somebody else, or that one has been given to us.
Any pickup line that's really cheesy.
I don't use pickup lines.
Me neither. I just look at them.
No, he's just saying.
My God. Oh my God.
Hey baby,
well,
are you an angel? Because I'm allergic to feathers. Start furiously barfing everywhere.
Oh my God, that's
That would be funny if you're able.
Well, I mean, the worst pickup line I ever got was from my best friend.
Oh,
I said this in the chat, but it was like he was like, "Hey, do you want to be my skills? Because I want to taste your rainbow."
Oh my God.
And
I'm using that next time.
oh my God. And but no, it was really funny and my Jesus. Anyway, so it was really funny and I laughed really, really hard and I offered to buy him a drink and he's like been my best friend ever since. He's been my best friend ever since. He's married, he's got his own family and everything, but we still to this day joke about that. It's hilarious. And the reason why he gave me that line was because his friends suggested that he do that, but it was as a joke. They didn't think he'd actually do it. I told him, "You're an idiot. I can't believe you actually did it."
So yo, Mike, when's your friend coming in? Is she coming in at all?
Yeah, I'm telling her to come in now.
Hurry up.
Are you talking about Rebecca?
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
There she is.
I thought it was gonna be another friend. Hey.
You sound so depressed.
Well, you just gave me hopes, man. Hey, it's... Whore. Hey, whore. Hey, whore. Whore.
Sorry. Damn.
Rebecca.
Crazy in here.
Was
Rebecca Black.
Ratchet being a bitch again?
Yo, what's
Sorry,
up?
I was messing with my microphone.
Hey, what's the worst pickup line you've ever gotten?
Me?
We all have to share one.
Well, I don't really have any terrible pickup lines, but one time a guy asked me if I wanted to make out, and I said, "Oh no, sorry, I have a boyfriend." And then he just shook my hand and said, "Okay, thank you."
He shook your hand.
No, a gentleman, a true gentleman, right?
It's like saying I love you, and then the person goes like thank you, and then just shakes your hand afterwards. It's like, okay, well.
All
He
right.
was like, "Thank you for your time." I was like, "Okay."
Ghoulish, worst pickup line or best or whatever.
I've never had anyone say a pickup line to me before, ever.
Wow, that doesn't make sense. Wow, it doesn't make sense.
Probably
Wow.
because
Yeah. Great saying. I want to. Kamehameha. Some guy just asked, what is corpse husband's address?
It's 521. Fuck
I
you.
will message you that privately.
Yes.
Tonight. Okay. Do you have any more? Is that all? Do you want me to post a link in the chat, guys, and just do like a quick 5 minute?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think you guys are pretty tired. I'll post a link in there, yes, and whatever, come in, whatever, do what you want.
Sounds so dejected, Haley.
What's happening?
No, I posted the. Okay, do you believe in true love, or do you want me to walk past? What the fuck? I thought that was an actual question. No, God. Oh, and that was Sonya. Oh my God, dude, you're just messing up. You're just messing with me today, man. Don't do that to me. Come on, I'm tired already. Man, school since like 18. All right, buddy.
Are you really gonna complain about being awake when I've been up since like 1 in the morning?
Do you have a map? Because I am lost in your eyes.
I haven't gotten sleep for like 2 days.
Do you like Pokemon? Because if you were one, I'd choose you.
Oh my God, it sounds like
Girl, let me
fucking
spread along
Rebecca.
them
Oh my
GP
God, don't
labs.
do it.
Oh, here we go with the
Oh my
Pokemon
God.
fucking pickup lines again. Jesus.
Pokemon pickup lines? I don't know, fucking thing.
How about I zap those pants off?
Oh
Oh
my
my God.
Oh my God, I like that.
I can keep them coming.
No, don't.
Come.
Stop coming.
Oh my God.
Come. Now. Come.
This is uncomfortable.
I think the classic one is what, like, did it hurt when you fell from heaven?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I think
You
I
know
need a
karate 'cause your body's
paralyzed heel.
kicking.
I think I need a paralyzed heel because you're absolutely stunning.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Okay.
My Kadabra just used Future Sight, and it looks like we've got a future together.
Are you at that
Aw.
Pokemon Puns website?
Maybe.
Celeste asks, scariest ghost hunt experience.
All right, Mike.
Alright, so basically, it was
The
Haley
one
and
I've
I.
been on.
Yeah, so Haley and I, we were like stranded, and like this spirit was. I shouldn't even be fucking.
We had a
joking
fucking
about it.
car. How are we stranded?
No, I was trying to sound like a badass, but yeah, so we were stranded,
Stop
and then
trying to sound like that.
like the spirit was like straight up savage. Okay, like let me tell you, don't
Oh
even
my
like get me
God.
started.
Breaking windows.
Yeah, exactly. Watch her come back and go like, yeah, but
Yeah, fuck you.
yeah. So
Fuck
we
you.
went to this place called Kirby Road, and then we got stranded, and then we had to eat like grass to survive. There were no lights there, nobody lived there, and we had like one car, but it broke down, and all the gas was siphoned by like these 3 midgets. It was a journey.
Of course.
And you didn't went Narnia in here.
Of course.
I was gonna say that too, but you didn't.
Yo, let's get back to neuroscience. Yo, dude, seriously, man, you gotta confess.
Did you tell Mike about our experience at Kirby Road?
We had no experience.
Neuroscience, I know what it's like.
We
man.
saw the horses and stuff.
Yeah, we saw fucking horses. Yo.
We woke up the whole neighborhood.
We went to the same. Yo, dude, we went to the same place we were at last time, but there was like these huge, like 8 feet horses.
Jesus.
And then we caught it all on camera. It's gonna be in the documentary. Like these big fucking horses out of nowhere just showed up. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, are those fucking ghost horses or real horses? They're real fucking horses, obviously. Like, what the fuck is this? I was like, oh my god, I'm catching ghosts, but like ghost horses. Like, what the fuck? Like, who does that? Yo, we have a Jay in here. Yo, Jay.
Hey, what's up?
Hold
I'm
up.
Eden's friend.
Hey, Jay.
Wait.
Hey, Eden. Are we on the subject of ghost stories?
We're ghost or love or just anything. We're talking about ghost horses just now.
All right, I've got something for this. Get
All
ready.
right.
All right. Way back when, junior high and whatnot.
Okay.
And mind this, I'm 22, and this is like a hell of a long time ago.
Uh-huh.
We snuck into this old saddlery by the park. And it's dark, it's spooky. We're just in there by candlelight, just got snacks and whatnot. For some reason, this kid's got a fridge in there, full of snacks. And we get by the office. I turn, and next thing you know, we start hearing something, like something say, "What's for lunch?" And I swear to God, one of them was fucking with me. But we beelined it out of there because it was like, "Which one of you's for lunch?" And we all heard, I heard something. I don't know which one of them said it, but to this day, I'm just like, I have no idea. 6 years later, one of them got hit by a truck, by the way, and dropped out of high school. Don't know why that's a detail to be added, but it happened. True story.
True story. That was. I shouldn't expect that. Like, is that gonna end the stream or what? Jesus Christ.
Are you a muffin? Because you really blew my berry.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Why we gotta bring up blueberry muffin? Who fucking said that?
Yo, where is Corpse tonight?
He's taking a break. He edited that 2.5-hour long video that took him like forever to,
had to make
record.
Made like a disclaimer at the beginning of it. He was like, yo man, I bit off more than I could chew.
He did. He did. He was like, I'm
like all depressed and shit. He's like,
I know.
"Oh,
He's like, he jumped the gun with that one, and he was just like, man, I'm fucking tired. I'm out. I'm finna go to bed. And like, he literally, after he uploaded the video, he went to bed. Like, he went and got Jamba Juice and then went to bed. I told him, I'm telling you, man, that's what he did. He messaged me.
I saw that tweet.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to Jamba Juice. I'm going to bed, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. I was like, okay.
Go home, go bed.
Okay, so yeah, so there it is.
Is that all for the questions? Really?
Yeah. Do you want to keep going? Yeah. Okay. You share one last love story and then we'll end it. Okay.
You want me to share one last love story?
Yeah, you have some I know you have some crazy shit. I mean, I didn't even expect you to come up with that today. Like, out of the blue, you're like, well, it's kind of sad, and I'm like, okay, it's gonna be like a breakup story. You come up with something like that, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah,
If it's
well,
like that, though, do we want to end on a sad note?
Yeah.
I don't. Well, I mean.
Do you have ones not sad?
Whatever happens,
Yeah.
I got one.
Yeah, I mean, I have one that's not so sad. I'll tell you about the person who made me believe in love again.
Oh! Sorry.
His name was Mike, and I met him on
Oh my
God!
I met him on a stream?
Huh?
Not
Disney Cruise! He offered me
Online.
sushi, and I knew he was the one.
I am done with you, Rebecca.
No, that's why Rebecca's my best friend.
Becca,
I love you, Eden.
Oh my! Y'all about to test my gangster today.
Yo, share that story in that voice.
In the gangster, in the
gangster voice.
In the
Okay,
thick voice,
so
yes.
all right.
Okay, keep sorry.
All right, so when I was fresh, basically, I got engaged fresh out of high school. I was dating my high school sweetheart, whatever, but it was this whole like weird 7-year relationship that we were breaking up and going out and breaking up and going out, and like in between the breakup time, I dated Blake. I mentioned that at the very beginning of the stream. Well, after I broke my engagement with him, well, I got really angry, and I pretty much just was like, I'm done with love, I'm done with relationships, I'm just done with everything.
And this
I'm
guy
gonna
named
go
Mike
out.
came with sushi, and yeah.
Oh my god. So,
broken.
y'all about to kill me. So I pretty much just kind of gave up on like being in love in general, because after having dealt with basically being cheated on repeatedly by this guy that I thought that I loved, and then dealing with having lost Blake, and then turning around and falling straight back to that pit again, it was just a big giant fucking mess. And I was like, all right, I don't believe in love anymore. Like, this is clearly not the thing for me. I quit. I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm gonna use who I want to use, and just it's all gonna be about me. I don't give a shit about anybody else. So for about 2 years, I mistreated any person who attempted to be in a relationship with me. And like when I say mistreat, like I didn't physically assault them or whatever. It was
with your crutch.
Yes, with my crutch. I didn't beat on anybody. I was emotionally manipulative, and I always tried to get what I wanted. Like I would say and do whatever I needed to do to get what I want, but at the same time, I would not give them what they wanted. So as soon as emotions got wrapped up into
Y'all
it,
know what that means, little boys.
yes. When emotions got wrapped into it, I put the brakes on, and I was like, nope, sorry, you're starting to have feelings. This is where I draw the line. It's been fun. Peace out. I'm done. So for 2 years, I did that, and then I met this guy, who I met him in Books A Million, and it was really funny too because I'm a huge I'm just like a nerd in general, guys. Let's just throw that out there.
As if we didn't already.
Yeah, I'm a nerd, and so this guy, I was looking. So I was in Books A Million, and I happened to be browsing these astrology books, and he comes up and he he basically just kind of watches like the different sections that I go to in the bookstore just to kind of gauge my personality.
He was
he
stalking.
he didn't follow me.
That sounds like stalking.
But it's not. But like when I think of stalking, I think of like he's following me around the store. Yeah, like that's what I think of when I think of stalking.
He
like
was
this
more
guy just
studying up on you to get more experience
basically.
and what to open up with.
You are her friend. Oh, keep going.
Yeah, basically. So once when I went from the manga section to like astrology to the art book section to the D&D section.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, mother.
Yeah, D&D, White Wolf, all that.
Oh my god.
Someone's in the chat. How old is Eden? She's been through a lot.
I'm 29 in Bronwyn.
Eden, I will play D&D with you like right now.
Really? Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Roll some
will.
character sheets. Let's get up in this shit. All right.
Yes.
I've always
All right.
wanted to try.
Okay. Really?
You haven't
What is
tried it?
D&D?
Dungeons and
and
Dragons.
Freaking amazing.
Oh,
It's
you guys
amazing.
fucking nerds. Fuck you guys.
God, Haley, get on my level. Anyway.
Haley, you would be so bad with that.
So, so
Guy has no
basically,
patience, man.
I know. So basically, he met up with me as I was leaving the store. He like stopped me and he was like, "Hey, you seem like a really interesting person. Can I buy you a cup of coffee?" So we sat and we had coffee and we talked and I didn't. And here's the thing: we exchanged phone numbers. We like, and this was back when AIM was a thing, guys. AOL Instant Messenger.
Wow.
So we exchanged screen names, and I didn't see him or talk to him again for about a week. I go back to Tupelo, or the area that I was in, and because I lived an hour away from where I met him because I didn't have a Books A Million in the place that I was at. Like at my school, there was a Barnes and Noble, but you know. So I went back down to BAM because I needed to pick up some things, and I went with my best friend, and I ran into him again, but it was, I think we were like going out to eat or something, and we talked. He explained why, he didn't talk to me for a week, which happened to be, he wanted to make sure that it wasn't just some passing thing, that these feelings that had developed between the two of us wasn't some weird like infatuation, and he wanted to give me time to think about it because he said that he could tell when he first met me that I was an angry, hurt person.
Okay.
Showed no interest.
And yeah, I was an angry, hurt individual, and it's not that he wanted to try. It's not even that he wanted me to he wanted to heal me. It was more along the lines of he wanted me to understand just how angry and broken I was, and I didn't, and it wasn't that I didn't understand, it's just something that I refused to come to terms with. Like I denied being that angry. I was like, no, I'm not that mad. I'm not angry. I'm not bitter. And he was just like, yeah, you are, and that's something that you need to resolve, because if you can't resolve that, then you're not going to, not only are you going to be hurting yourself, but you're not going to see the wonderful things that could be in your life, because you're going to be so angry, you're going to miss them. You're going to miss opportunities of love. You're going to miss opportunities of friendships that could blossom, true things in your life, because you're so angry and bitter for whatever it was that happened to you. And that was literally the first time. I mean, and for 2 years I was like this, and nobody had addressed this to me, because everyone thought that because of what happened with me and my ex-fiance, that I was entitled to be that angry, that I was entitled to go through my life being that bitter and being that upset. But it's not that I didn't have a right to be angry. I should not have been that angry for that long. I should have been able to be angry about it and then move past it, because the longer I was being angry, the more jaded and the more cynical I was becoming, and the idea of love was something that was soon going to be foreign to me. Like, it was going to be something that not only would I not recognize when I saw it, but when I did see it, I was going to disregard it. Like, I was going to be like, well, I don't need that. But I think everyone needs love. Everyone needs to be loved in some form or fashion. Like, love is just it's an all-encompassing thing. Like, I feel like love is the circle that everyone always ends up going back to. Like, it's like you start and then you go back to it. Like, it starts off with it and then you circle back to it.
Okay.
So
romantic comedy. I always come back to you.
Oh my gosh. But I feel like that's a necessary thing, and I feel like without love, it cannot be seen.
You're
And
dead inside.
yeah, and not only that, but it takes two people to create a universe. And so and so when he said that to me, I was like, I couldn't believe it, that someone finally, after 2 years, was like, you're angry, you're bitter, you need to stop now. Like, it's time for you to stop. And
how long
otherwise,
were you guys together for? You and this
We were together for almost 3 years.
Cool. Okay.
When we got together, because I had to tell him, I was like, okay, well, if we're gonna start something, then you're right. I'm angry, and I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm not going to be angry while getting together with you because that's not fair to you and that's not fair to me. Because if I deserve to be loved, then I need to get rid of this anger inside of me because then I can't love you properly. So.
You should sell this to Disney.
Oh my gosh, right? Get some royalties. But yeah, so I mean, he and I were together for 2.5 years, and you know, he was my first.
First what?
He was my I gave my virginity to him. Like this was, and it was a big deal.
Oh, it was this guy.
Yeah. Oh, you know this story. You know this story. You know this story.
What was that? That I.
Haley does that all the time.
I noticed that too.
Hey, this is my screen. Hey, Jay. You notice whose screen that you're on right now?
I know.
You know, I can. You know, this could be the first and last time you're ever on here. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm just looking for the comedy at any point.
But yeah, so we were, he was my first, and even though he and I weren't together anymore, I don't look back on that relationship as a bad thing. Like, that was something that I feel like that was a transition in my life that I needed to happen. To be able to move past the hatred and move past the bitterness and the cynicism. So even though I've had relationships since then that have flopped, I don't look at the negativity of it. I always believe that there will be somebody better for me, that I do deserve to be loved, and I have a lot of love to give. So it's always that silver lining for me. So I don't look upon any relationship I have from here on, whether I stay with them or I don't stay with them, I always see it as a positive step toward a higher goal, which is to me to obtain a perfect love for myself.
Okay, so before we go, everybody, let's just say what we're going to be doing for Valentine's Day, and then we'll end the stream, okay? I'm sorry, was that very not profound, Eden? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying, I took a breath. I'm sorry. Whenever you speak, Haley, I lose myself. I don't know.
That sounds so romantic.
Yeah, I know, right? So what's your plan for Valentine's, Eden?
I'm probably going to give my parents their Valentine's Day cards, and then I'm going to probably just chill out, watch some sappy, crappy movies, and actually, you know what? I'm gonna watch The Notebook by myself and cry. Ugly crocodile tears of, wonderful goodness that no man other than my husband to be is ever going to see.
Ghoulish?
Probably nothing.
All right, next. Rebecca?
Work.
Probably go out to dinner and then drunk sex with my boyfriend.
All right, that sounds amazing. Okay, woo! All right, Mike.
Nothing.
All right. I guessed it.
I thought you said you were going to work.
No, I don't have work this weekend or all of next week.
I was about to be like, they called you into work. I thought you had 12 days off.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Monado, why are you here? All right, so next, Matt. Matt will be doing Skylar.
Jack Black things.
Jack Black things. Skylar, what's your plans for Valentine's, man?
I'll be friends some chicken wings.
Wait, we're not doing salsa this Sunday, right? Next Sunday?
No, unfortunately work has me booked for the next couple Sundays.
Oh, that sucks, dude. All right, cool.
What
I'll let you know if I have a Sunday off.
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Himself?
Yeah. Correct though. All right, thank you guys.
Nothing but sweat inside.
Have a happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for joining the stream.
Bye.
Everyone.